time will heal. Too late to erase the bad we've done. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me. I'm giving up this fight.
Alright everyone, welcome to Verdict versus Atletico. I'm Elastic, and at some point during this cast I'll be joined by Amfley. He's just a bit late, getting home from work, but that's alright. Everyone has their own lives to attend to. So, Verdict versus Atletico. I'm actually really excited to see this match, and I'm actually saying that. I believe that. Verdict are a team. They've got a lot of good players in them. They've got Crescent, Rolfie, Deals, Bound, Shifty. These are players. Shifty used to be in Atletico. Bound, he's been around the scene for a long time. Deals used to be in Taboo. But and Rolfie, he was obviously part of the Xbox Mindfreak team. Every player on Verdict has something to offer, and Atletico, obviously, I don't need to say anything more about Atletico. You guys know who they are. But yep. So just got word that Fleet will be joining me after this round, and that should be that. But now we'll just be going ahead with this. Actually, he's just coming. All right, welcome, Lee. And so right now, yep, we've got Clubhouse coming out, which we saw quite a bit yesterday, and we had Atletico pretty dominant on it. I think they went up against yesterday. They won it though, because had some pretty solid strats out on top. Bro's a bit flustered trying to get everything going. Stream, how you going, Fleet?
I'm going really well, Elastic. I've only just gotten home. I'm still in my full uniform right now, so you know.
Yeah.
Take off my shoes as we're doing this.
We got it though. All right. Actually, I've just noticed. Look at what Rolfie's doing. Rolfie's on Blitz right now, and I can actually see.
They're gonna push down this tunnel. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, I can see the reasoning for it behind it. Not actually going to be a bad idea. This tunnel, it's characterized by that sort of solid push against the wall and going up against a smoke. I mean, on this angle, I can see how it's going to be difficult for him to get in with smoke just Silex holding this off. But tag up Deals. But I like the idea of bringing a blitz for this. However, the hole right here is just not the right way to get him in. 50's going to have to use a second Habana charge to get that open, meaning they can only get one hatch.
Yeah, and they're going to prioritize kitchen hatch by the looks of it. So if they can impact nade that kitchen hatch, and that's going to be huge. There'd be no hatches from there.
Oh, they've just done that.
They've just done
wow.
that. So, you know, there's going to be no way for Verdict to push their way in now.
This is a very good start for Atletico because Deals and Rolfie, sure, they might be able to get control of the construction tunnel. Rolfie's going to be really tagged up at that smoke, but for the rest of Verdict, it's going to be a push down the stairs and a very wanted approach for their attack.
Yeah, so they're going to have to come down now. They're going to have to eventually force their way through that tunnel. With Blitz, it won't be too hard as long as they've burnt out some of the smokes. I'd be interested to see how many smokes Silex still has left.
Yeah, it's completely run out and Deals.
He's out, yep. So that's why he's moving out right now. So
oh no.
Blitz and Glaz... Well, he had one pre-placed. Okay. So that's good. So Blitz and Glaz are just going to eventually make their way down, but they're both so low. Silex has done so much work.
Yeah, he really has. Delayed them for 2 minutes right now. I think they will be able to take it in just a moment, but Deals is going to get even more tagged up. Really not going to be long before Silex is taken down, and he is going to retreat on out of there. Derpe, I think he's just gotten a C4. This is an angle we saw Derp holding. He was getting... Oh, Neo's going to try and reset, Silex looks like, but not going to be able to get him. And Shifty's actually gone for the drop right here. He's going to push up.
That was a straight TK, to be honest.
But Derpe is going to take him down, and now Crescent, he's making his push in as well. Ashmain, Crescent's actually the last one up, and Imorin, look at that kill feed. What is that?
The double impact down. I think like Emo must have downed the two in the
Yeah, I mean
down the two in the tunnel because he gets when you down someone, you get the kill credit after the last person dies if they're already downed.
Yeah, so, they were low enough for it to work out, and I mean,
yeah,
wow.
He must have downed them. You know, but a very solid first round by Atletico. I think Verdict did pretty well considering the corner they were pushed into by Atletico. Yeah. I think Verdict did very well to still try and force their way in, but Atletico, they set themselves up for success there 100%, and that paid off.
I think really Verdict not taking a thermite let them down quite a lot there. They
Yes.
just opened up that dirt tunnel. Probably would have had an easy time because Deals was already very tagged before he even came into the dirt tunnel.
Yeah.
So
I like the idea, but I mean, if your idea is to sneak your way into dirt tunnel, well, just bring a thermite.
yeah,
Like if your strategy revolves around, you know, pushing into dirt tunnel, just bring a thermite so you can effectively, you know, stop the. So you can effectively get your way in.
yeah, pretty much. And now Rolfie's just using his own unique strat to try and hold Atletico out of the dirt tunnel. Yesterday we didn't see Atletico go for it at all. But, you know, things might have changed. It's day 2 of play. I mean, day 4 of play now. So, might have tried updating some strats. You never know.
Yeah, as long, well, you know, you got to keep your strats fresh if you want to be able to win all your games through. If you want to be dominant from start to finish, you have to keep your strats fresh.
Verdict being a good team, they would have looked over yesterday's VODs, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had spotted out what Atletico had been doing and trying to just adjust their strats to that as well.
Yeah, and when you're coming up against a team of Athletica's caliber, you definitely need to adapt what you do to their strategies.
Right now, Shifty is pulsing out back of Armory and seeing the Habana going up for the charge, but I don't think he's about it right now. He's being droned out. I think there will be a heavy push coming onto Shifty at some point, but right now he's got a bit of breathing room. He's actually going to rotate on out of there, which I think is probably the smart decision, because if he stayed back there any longer, then Atletico would have probably pinched him and taken him out at some point. And that C4 will be very useful for when the plant does occur. There's Todd looking for him now, but out of there.
Yeah, so Todd just trying to do some work through the floor there. I'm really expecting Derpe to rotate around back to that kitchen hatch. That Glaz Ying combo is just so strong, so incredible, and it makes it so easy to be able to drop down there. Neofighter fills a very similar role on that Capitao. I wouldn't be surprised to see the diffuser palmed off though, so Derpe can actually plant in his Candela charges.
Quite often Silex has been on planting for Atletico. We saw in Clubhouse yesterday, and what they'd been doing is Silex is going to pick up a frag all the way down the hallway on smoke, but what they've been doing is running in through this hallway right here. It's been working out pretty well for them. I think Neo, no, he's just going to run in. He's not smoking it up at all, and the plant will be going down. There's Derpe's Ying charges coming out, and he's going to push on in. He's going to find Pulse. Is he going to get Mirror though? He will.
Oh,
Now
wow.
it's all up to Kresen as this has happened very fast for Verdict, and
Silas
there's Neo.
Also picked up Rolfie in amongst that. Neofighter with the final kill though will take out Crescent. And a very, very strong, oh wow, good shot. A very strong round there by Atletico. I don't think they lost a single member.
Yeah, they pretty much had a flawless round there, and 2 in a row. That's sort of on Clubhouse, that's generally what you won't see, because you might see some rounds being traded back and forth based on like attack or defense, but if a team really opens it up like this at the start, then you know it's probably going to be a bit more of a one-sided match. That being said though, we both know that teams often sort of adapt mid-match to what the other team's doing, so it can swing around at any point.
Yeah, the being 0-2 down in Clubhouse is very unfortunate because it's those, the basement defenses are what you're meant to win, right? It's a much higher win rate, although with the Glaz Ying combo coming in, it's been much easier for attackers to win that. But, you should still be winning those defenses, and if you get to a 0-2 up in the first 2 rounds, that's a very strong sign of who's going to take out the map on Clubhouse.
That being said though, Bar and Stockroom is a very difficult site to defend, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if Verdict took this one out.
It is. I'm actually more partial to holding the cash room on this than over Bar and Gaming. I don't know if I fully convinced you, but I know you that after I showed you the setup and we played around on it and ended up winning, you actually change your mind over it. It's a trash site. It's actually, if you set up correctly for it, it's actually really, really strong. So I'm more partial to the cash room over Bar Stock. I think Bar Stock has way too many flaws in it, and it's too easy to attack, and you can't prepare for every search.
I've always been a fan of that bomb site as well, mainly because it's so unpredictable compared to other sites that quite often the attacking team won't know how to attack it that well, and it's so close quarters that things can happen very quickly and can swing your favor. And I feel like on the bar bomb site, it's just very difficult
And
to
it's also
maintain it.
one of those sites that you can end up trying to hold angles, trying to get picks for so long as an attacker. And if you're doing that as an attacker, all of a sudden, you know, you've got 30 seconds left and you can't make your way in.
Yeah, Crescent's going to pick up the first kill of this round on a Silex, who is actually downstairs, and Silex has been caught out on the rotate, and now Todd knows that he's underneath. Neo will trade back deals to Glaz. That's actually a very important frag right there. But Crescent still running around downstairs. Shifty's drone is right on Todd.
Oh, he's going to see that get thrown. Yeah, he's just being very careful of his flanks. Picking up that smoke from underneath is great. That means if they are going to be doing a... Ooh, actually, Bound's not going to let us stalk as he takes out Todd as well.
Nice angle onto the stairs there, actually.
This vertical gameplay from Verdict's really, really strong this round.
What I think is a very important angle right now, though, is Emo holding this angle onto that rotate hole that Rolfie made. Going to make it really difficult for Verdict. But Neo, though, going to pick up one. He will be downed. I don't think he's going to get traded here.
No, he should be able to get picked up by Dirtbag.
Well, Emo's actually... Has Crescent seen him? Seen him, they might be able to...
Oh, Emo's going to be the big playmaker here, I think. And Neo gets one. He's got to be very careful of that second one on the stairwell. Dirtbag finds Rolfie as well, though. So now we're all up to Bound. Bound will trade out Neo Fighter. 1-on-2 right now. A bit over half health for Bound. I'm not really liking his chances because Emo is still on that huge flank. If he doesn't get him...
Oh, Emo.
Yep,
He's going to pick him up there, and that's going to be a third round in a row from Athletico. Oh, is he... The wallbang to finish it off. Wow.
What's a little Emo Rin gameplay without a wallbang?
It wouldn't be a match with Emo Rin in it if there wasn't a wallbang. And now, that is a round the Verdict really should have won.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm not a big fan of the way Verdict pushed that site. I mean, the vertical gameplay was fantastic. They had one below, one above. They picked up that smoke from below to make sure that they couldn't, you know, get any free smoke denials. You know, and then I think it was Bound from above on that buck found another one. So it was a 3 versus 4 at one point. So I think they definitely had the advantage, but Verdict didn't do anything to try and mitigate the crossfires out of Athletico.
One thing I actually want to mention is what I believe they were doing is opening up this wall here, trying to get a plant just behind the bar right here, which I actually think is really interesting because not a lot of teams will do that, and you can get some nice angles of cover onto it. The only thing that put a flaw in that plan was Emo Rin playing on the wall here. That really just completely stopped the push that was happening, and really no one could get through that hole until they had picked off Emo.
Maybe it's something that they've tried to do in scrims before against Athletico, because I agree with you. Emo Rin holding that angle backwards is incredibly odd. It's not something you see very, very often. Usually, if you're sitting in strip club, you're worried about being, you know, pushed from the strip club side. You're not worried about looking back in. So maybe that late in the game, yeah, you know exactly where they are. But he was sitting there basically all game. So if they'd droned him out or flushed him out, they could have been a bit more prepared for him, and maybe they would have found an answer for him. But I agree with you. Emo Rin very much put an end to their plans.
Yeah, now, Athletico, this is what we saw yesterday, taking a very dominant approach to map control. Already cleared out pretty much all of it within 30 seconds. Very fast, very smooth. That's what expected at this point.
Yep, especially in you know, Clubhouse, not a very roam-centric map.
Like Shifty is going to be helping his team out right here because Todd's been at the moment, like yesterday and today, he's had no resistance to bucking open all of this floor. I might be trying to stop to that right now.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting here for someone to walk in it. Athletico, they seem to at least be half prepared for it. You know, no one's walking unnecessarily over these floors. We've seen time and time again people get blown up through these floors. So they're just checking. Yep. All right. So Neofighter is going to spot that C4 and he's going to call it out.
I think they will be able to take it completely off the ceiling there. They're just going to have to avoid it up until now. Like,
Yeah. Well, unless they kill it with Buck, which is probably a bit of a dangerous way to go. I did hear an explosion. Did they finally blow it, thinking someone was there?
on the roof, I believe. I think Jaeger's ADS has put a couple of smoke grenades, but well, no, the C4 actually has gone off. No one's been tagged up just yet.
Yep. So a little bit preemptively, or maybe too late. There is, I do believe that's Derpe on the Ying team there.
Yeah, Derpe sitting above the blue hatch. Gonna pick up deals right there. Important pick goal. Rotate into blue bit. Right now is. I'm gonna assume Derpe knows Rolfie's playing in there. Otherwise, lead to a very
You
hasty
have to
drop.
assume he checked it before he sent his drone off. Yeah, he definitely knows. Kendall's are going to come out, and there should be an aggressive drop from him. He's going to drop, not realize he's rotated. That's a beautiful play by Rolfie.
Yeah.
Finds out Derpe. Meanwhile, Silex did trade back around, but the C4, sorry, the plant went down.
Yep, so now we're getting a 2-on-4 retake from Verdict, and Crescent's going to pick up one. As Crescent will continue to push up the stairs. Neo's sitting in the site, and he's going to see Rolfie. Nice shot onto him right there, and now Crescent will be dealing with a one-on-one with Neo, and Neo will easily clean that up. Lovely work from him right there.
Yeah, great work by Neo. Finds the last two. Beautiful flicks from both of them, actually. Neo bringing out his nutty side. It's something we haven't really seen from Neo in a little while, is that extreme nuttiness. We all know he's a nutty player, and he's, you know, he's got a reputation for a reason in the ANZ region, but it's nice to see him pulling out these awesome flicks again.
Yeah, Neo's performance yesterday probably wasn't the best. I wouldn't blame him though. He was playing a very passive support role, and you saw even there, he was getting the plant down, sort of acting as a sort of tribute, because I guess if you are getting the plant down, you're not really expected to do much other than that. Picked up a few frags.
Yep.
Just good
Quite often it can be a role that you have to throw your life away.
Yeah.
If you can get the plant down but you die, you know, that's 100% worth it. So unless, you know, you're not alive. But
That. And Verdict are going to be bringing a this time, which is actually at point here. Yeah, sure. Sure wouldn't. And now Neo's on 6 and 2. Derpe's on 7 and 1. All of Athletico looking very good.
Yep, and Crescent, he's done so much work for Verdict right now. 3 kills. He's got, you know, the same amount of kills as the rest of his team combined.
Yeah, pretty much. But now this is a must-win round for Verdict, and I just want to see how they change it up, because we saw that blitz, obviously, in the first attack round on Atletico's basement hold, and not seeing that anymore, so...
Finally bringing that thermite.
Yeah. Looks like they're sort of not paying any attention to it at the start, which might come back to it later, but hoping they're going to adjust their push. Maybe going for the church wall. They actually are not bringing a Habana, though.
Alright, so the thermite instead. So they're only going to get 2 hatches. I'm going to presume it would be kitchen and bar hatch down into the armory and motor room, respectively.
I think what they might be trying to do is they might be trying to go for a church wall take. That could be the reason.
That could be it, actually. Well, you're right. So, moto hatch drop into church wall. Very much a possibility.
They're going to get that bar hatch, and that sort of makes me really think that they will be going for that push, because moto room is one to clear out. Todd sitting underneath the main stairs right now. He's sitting pretty safely because he knows no one is pushing down just yet. And if he wants to, he could be pretty aggressive on those main stairs.
Yeah, but he's using those wall hacks. He still hasn't found, oh, is that he still hasn't found that one directly above him. There he goes. Now he finally spots it out. I was a little bit worried that he might be trying to come down. That C4's not going to get...
Oh, it will!
Get
As Bound is going to run into it just as Todd presses the button. And that is going to be a nice
I
start.
thought for sure he'd miss that.
Yeah, I think Bound just started to run into it as it got thrown, and fortunately for him, the end of it. Now, actually, what I want to point out right here, what Derpe is doing, what he was doing a second ago is he's got this pre-line C4, which we saw him trying to get one all of yesterday. He's going to throw it out, and it's going to pick up
There we go.
Shifty. And that is just beautiful practice right there. He had that C4 lined up perfectly to get through this little gap right here. And it's paid off, all that practice.
And that's just, yeah, that's literally just him in a custom, reinforcing that wall, blowing the top, throwing his C4, running back, picking it up. So very, very practiced angle that. Deals is finally going to pick up his first kill as well on this Glaz.
Yeah, it looks like Verdict are going to go for the push in right here. And lots of things are going to be blinded up. Looks like they're trying to get into blue, and looks like they're all just running through the smoke like blind chooks, and nothing can be seen. It's all up to Crescent now in a 4v1. This might be too much of an ask.
Oh no.
Going to be running
Oh,
around
gets
with very
caught out
little ammo.
reloading, has to use pistol. And
20
they know
seconds.
exactly where he is. They're looking at him through that mirror.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for Crescent to clutch this one out, as he's going to push onto the mirror right now, and he's going to find Derpe though. Still 15 seconds, lots of smokes. He's going to really have to do some work here if he wants to pick it up. Yeah, and Todd's going to pick it up.
Yep, there we
And
go.
that will be Athletico cleaning this map up with an easy 5-0, heading to the second one now.
Yeah, very, very clean for Atletico. 5-0, not dropping a single round. They didn't really have any hairy moments either. Probably the closest round was when they were defending the bar stock room. But again, that came down to, you know, Emo Room was just positioned so well. And, you know, 8 kills for Derpe, 6 for Neophyter. They did a lot of work for their team. But everyone on Atletico did really, really well. We're seeing Shifty on a donut. Not really what you want to see in, you know, this level of play right now. But, you know, very, very well played to Atletico. And what is map number 2?
Map number 2, I should have probably sent you the bands, but we're going through Cafe, and then if we get to it, it'll be Consulate that we headed to.
Cafe, that's interesting. Was Clubhouse Atletico's pick?
Well, actually, so I'll go through the map bands we've got. So, Clubhouse is Verdict's pick, actually. Cafe was chosen by Atletico and Consulate. Final picked one. And,
so that's really scary for Verdict. They picked Clubhouse and then they got 0-5.
Yeah.
So that's really scary for Verdict. But that being said, Atletico is known to be very, very strong on Clubhouse because it's a very strat-heavy map, and Atletico is a very strat-heavy team. So, you know, Atletico have always been, one of their strongest maps has always been Clubhouse. So I'm a little bit surprised that Verdict feels that confident to be able to take them on it. But the Cafe pick is what's interesting to me out of this.
yeah. Cafe, I haven't seen Cafe be pulled out this series, and I mean, that's what I'm excited about, having a new map to go over, but I guess I really can't predict how they play on it.
I'm sort of not really surprised that Atletico is picking Clubhouse. You know, not Clubhouse, Cafe. Cafe is a very well-known map. There's not a lot you can deviate from at this point in time. So I'm very not surprised that Atletico picked it as their map. I'll be very interested to see exactly what they're going to be planning, because they're going to have to attack first. Bar and Cocktail Lounge, no real surprise. And the castle is actually something interesting.
Yeah, because what's interesting about Verdict is I know Rolfie is their strat master. He made a lot of the strats for Mindfreak back on Xbox, and he's continued over on that role. He's pretty creative. He's got a mind for it, and you'll see some very interesting things out of Verdict. Like you saw, might not have worked, but some of the pushes they did on Clubhouse were very sort of unique. And ooh,
Yeah, I actually...
Hills is going to be tagged up a bit.
He's not going to be happy about that. I really did like that. This is actually interesting. The Rio's downstairs. 4
Straight up,
reinforcements being spent downstairs, because 2 are being spent in the library as well.
straight up, what I think they're going to be doing, probably using Deals as C4 to hold out the piano room whilst holding some control and pressure over that red stairs when a drop may come out.
That
would be
is... Yeah, that is very, very interesting. He's got a mirror there for support as well, and he can cover off the bottom of that red stairs. So, I kind of like that. He pretty much only has to worry about his backside, because no one can push him from in front there. And he can... I actually think the goal from this, right, is not to get them as they drop down the hatch, but it's to get them as they walk through that small bar.
But yeah, well, I think having a shifty play down here on Pulse is going to be very good because he can obviously C4 from above and late rotate into reading where they have some reinforcements set up and apply some pressure. There's quite a few holes made to... What Todd's going to be droning it out because they know something's up. They're just trying to figure out what's happening. And one thing I'll point out is Todd is running Dokkaebi.
Yeah, this is... we saw Mindfreak do this yesterday. Aces pulled one out. But I think that's the only one. So this is the second time we're seeing Dokkaebi. EBR SMG-12. No real surprise there.
Actually, can I get some clarification? Because apparently last week we had some people yelling at me in chat. Is it Dokkaebi or Dokkaebi?
Well, I say Dokkaebi. I say Dokkaebi, and that's what I said through the whole 6 invitation, and no one corrected me. So.
Right, so Dokkaebi it is then.
Yep.
Athletico are going to be applying quite a bit of pressure on a shifty right now. I'd imagine he's feeling very overwhelmed. He's sitting here all alone while you've got Neo pinching him even more with some fire and flames.
But he still has that heartbeat sensor, right? So if he's feeling that overwhelmed, he can pull it out and have a look next to him. He is going to start getting flanked, though.
He will. See, the thing right now is he's only got one person pushing him, and I think what Neo's going to do is just hold an angle on him. Because Neo can't afford to push in and die, because then no trade back will happen.
As you say that, he's trying to.
And he will get him, but that will be going in Atletico's favour as Emo Rin from below on the hatch is going to pick up Bound. This is a very nice take of the map they're doing. Countering Verdict's strat very well.
Yep, and 2 versus 5 right now. Emo's extremely low though. What I really like about Atletico is it took them, like, you saw the hesitation when they first saw the setup. So they weren't prepared for this setup and they didn't quite know what they were facing. So they worked it out. They said, okay, there's definitely one in here. Let's deal with that. And they focused on where the utility was downstairs. So they got control of library, then they pushed across and got control of the rest of the second floor because there was a lot of utility in library. So, they took control of the map piece by piece.
Rolfie going to pick up 2 really quickly there. That is the planter going down as well, as I think Emo will be get up and the plant will be going ahead. Todd, he's going to pick up deals on Rolfie though very quickly there to end the round, and that'll be a very nice clearance from Atletico.
Very explosive round. But, oh wow, okay. That was nice.
See, what I really like about what Atletico are doing is I think what made that round for them is those mid-round adaptions and calls, because Monkey and I talked about this a bit yesterday, but it's really come down to a lot about reacting mid-round about what the opponent is doing and sort of changing what you're doing based on that. And I mean,
yep, and it's even more impressive when traditionally Atletico have not been the best adaptive team. We've even seen in like best of 5s and things like that, they just keep pulling the same strat even when it's not working. So, traditionally not the most adaptive team in the world. So it is really nice to be able to see them, adapting as well as what they are to the very unusual strat that Verdict is throwing at them.
Yeah. It's going to be opening up a lot of holes for some Vertical to play to come out underneath. Best guess, and get Todd on Pulse once again. That would be very sad. But what's he doing down in the bakery?
He's just going to make the attackers fear for their lives. Open a couple of doors, some windows, just make them worry about all these runouts.
Yeah, even if he doesn't play down there, he will play quite a bit and clearing it out. But let's see if Verdict can adapt mid-round to what Atletico are doing as well as their opponent did.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to. Verdict they have very interesting strats, but they seem to stick to these strats. Right, there doesn't seem to be a lot of mid-round adaptation or anything like that, even if what they're doing is going bad. So I think they will. I think they'll stick to what Rolfie has prescribed them to do, and yeah, we'll have to see how well that works out for them.
I like that idea, prescribing a strat. As Todd's actually going to be running outside right here, and Crescent, though, is going to take him down. I'm surprised Todd didn't get that frag right there. Lovely quick reactions from Crescent, picked him up, and
Yep. Todd had the drop of him. If he was a little bit more accurate on his aim, he would have won that. Also, maybe if he bought the extended barrel attachment, he would have won that as well.
yeah, well, he did take Crescent down very low.
But yeah, Crescent got reset. So 50 health. That's pretty good. You know, good use of his health there. Neo finds the head of a bound though as well, and these aggressive peaks out of Atletico. Bit of mixed result.
He's opened up into the piano room right now. We're currently playing Derpe. We'll be keeping an eye on it though through this washroom mirror. Got some nice angles on.
Has he got both mirrors?
Got a mirror sitting
He
on
does.
the
So that's
backside.
a very interesting use of the mirror. But they have opened up that wall all next to him, so he's got basically full control of about 50% of the site there. His real only weakness is anything coming from the east side of things, and also if they drop Skylight. But other than that, Derpe should be able to control the rest of the map.
Verdict haven't been able to get a Habana off on the mirror. Derpe is playing on itself because the banner charge is on it. I'm still puzzled as to why it went for that wall though. It looks like Habana's going to run in. Emo is going to be able to pick her up though through these holes they've got active. He's going to see another run in. Crescent is going to be challenging Derpe right now. Derpe though, he's going to have the ease of access and he'll quite easily take that down. Looks like he's actually down Shifty as well. It's all going to be up to Rolfie. He doesn't have the diffuser. It's sitting in the piano room right now. He'll find Emo, but he's still got 3 to go after. And Neo pick up that kill. Atletico with their 7th round in a row.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice defensive hold out of Atletico there. I actually really like those 2 mirrors. Generally, you'll see one of the mirrors placed further back, and you just control through a full line of sight where Emo Rin was sitting. But I really like those 2 mirrors.
Yeah, well, I think we didn't get to see it, but I honestly think that you get angle into one of the default plant spots in bar, which it would be fought against.
That's exactly what they had prepped it for. So, you know, really nice setup there. Particularly because they'd opened basically all the walls, and there was nothing that Verdict could do at that point. They just decided to push the running angle. I think if they wanted to win that, if they'd realized their setup, they would have pushed through the east side instead. Because I think that's where the weaknesses of Atletico were. And you can see that just by how many people they had placed over on the east side, opposed to just, you know, Rolfie sitting on... not Rolfie, sorry. Who was it? Todd?
Attackers have discovered the location of a
Derpe
bomb.
sitting on the mirror.
Derpe, yeah, sitting on that mirror.
Reinforcing
10 seconds to
patch of
insertion.
reading room. Holding that. You see some reinforcements in it. What they might be doing, which if we see this B wall get opened up, quite a few teams will choose to chuck a mirror on this and hold the B bomb site from outside this site. Very nice strat, but point unless Atletico attack it, but see if that happens.
Yeah, it's also good just as a bit of security. You'll generally see a late plant might go in there, so you know it can be very, very useful, that mirror. It's always good just to have as a hold, just in case sort of thing. You need to be prepared for every which way they're going to attack, because you can never be too certain. But it looks like we will be seeing the more traditional attack, which is, you know, the top-down hatch. The red hatch push. You're going to see Buck go upstairs, Habana open up the hatch, and Buck will open up the rest of the floor, get some picks, and then try and plant from there.
Yeah, Legion has been slotted out upstairs though, and Shifty has some pressure placed in quite early. Rolfie opening up some angles mid-round, which might catch Atletico off guard. Not sure they've droned it out yet though, so might not matter too much.
Yep, has Rolfie stayed upstairs with him? I think he has.
Rolfie's currently, he's dropped down, but did see
someone's upstairs with him.
Resin, yeah.
So it's really good to have 2 people up here. I don't think they had a mirror up there with them, but the wall banks coming out by Atletico, they're not going to be able to get anyone just yet.
Getting close though. He'll bait him into the line of sight of Derpe, who's going to pick up that kill. President looks like he'll pick up Emo, but is he going to be able to make it out with his life? He's getting pinched right now. I'm not sure he will. Todd will come around the corner. Crescent takes him out, and he's going to jump away. What a lovely play right there, and he will make his way safely into the reading room, out of Atletico's eyes.
You know, Crescent did a lot of the work for Verdict on Clubhouse, and he's doing a lot of the work for Verdict now on Cafe. That man is a monster.
Yeah, this might be the play that really wins Verdict their first round here, because, as I said before, Atletico are 7 rounds in a row. There's, Neo Fighter going to get tagged up a lot through the floor right there. Would be surprised if we saw a reset coming out.
Yep, he'll have to. He'll go upstairs here. He'll probably bolt the... Actually, he can't even do that safely, as Atletico have a member downstairs. Sorry, not Atletico, Verdict.
Now, Rolfie will be running around and baited Silex all the way down. That'll waste some time, but what he's doing next. And Neo has been reset. You're up for the push onto the site. A site actually looks very vulnerable right now. You've only got Bound holding it off, and no one is available for a very quick rotate. Looks like Crescent, though, he's actually going to come through the hallway, and he's going to see Silex takes him out. He could get Neo as well here.
Yep, the plant is going to go down, though. So you'll know there's someone there. But
Oh, Crescent
and a blind kill
blinded
for
up.
Crescent.
That is a
That's
4K and a
everyone.
half. And Crescent do a lot of work there to take his team the victory in this first round against Atletico over both maps.
Disable the diffuser. Defender mission successful.
The 7-round win streak of Atletico is brought to an end. And Verdict, they could potentially be making their comeback off this.
Might be it. I mean, this isn't their map, but it doesn't mean they can't be successful on it. So hopefully they can ride the success of that round, lift their spirits up, and overcome all these Atletico's wins right now. Present's 4K on that round, though. That was just such a lovely play upstairs that won them. He killed Emo Rin, it destroyed their vertical play, and Todd tried to refrag him. It was quite slow. His peek into his line of sight just wasn't enough, and Present got the kill, and nobody was able to refrag that second kill that he got. So he was sort of just unpunished, which really shouldn't have been happening.
Yep, and Crescent did, yeah, he did so much work. That double kill up top was amazing. And then just, you know, rotated. And, you know, Rolfie going downstairs, brilliant play by them, making them worry about something else. They were, like, you could see, even when they were planting, there was still one person holding that red floor, holding the library space, so they were really worried about it. Which allowed Crescent, you know, to make his play in the hallway.
10 seconds
Yeah, I'm
left.
sure Crescent was after the ace, but Bound picked him up with a smoke grenade. It was
5 seconds
a
left.
team play and needed to happen. I think Neo he was
Attackers
convicted to hold that plant because there wasn't much other choice at that stage. It was the right play by him, but
Diffuser has been dropped.
the team just got picked off too early.
Yep, and I think that they made the right, I think Atletico made the right choice trying to go with that plant, you know, in the spot that they did with the resources they had. It was just so well played by Verdict to be able to make those collapses. I don't think Atletico really could have done much else different.
As I said, I think that they really could have pinched Present a bit better, but obviously looking back on it, a lot easier than actually doing it at the time, and they can only focus.
And these drones are coming out pretty fast by Verdict. Verdict seemed to be a re-energized team after that win.
Yeah, but let's see how it goes against this defense, because a lot of force on this top floor, a lot of defenses to overcome. There's bandits, there's reinforcements, lots of barbed wire. Really be a hard push into upstairs. Take it out.
And Emo Rin and a mirror.
Yeah, that mirror would be such a hard force to.
Very worried about that window. And
Kills
rightfully
is-
they should be, but Emo Rin picks up that first kill.
User as well. Shifty shouldn't have too much trouble retaking it though, and Emo has actually been tagged up a lot. Bound's actually gone down as well on these stairs here.
So he's had to crawl all the way down. Is anyone going to be able to get to him at this point though? He's over halfway bled out, And currently it doesn't look like anyone's trying to save him. Rolfie's going to actually go for it. No?
I think Shifty is going to come around and up just before he bleeds out. Taking a significant amount of time though. Yeah,
That
way
was
closer
very, very close.
than it had to be.
A bomb has
For a
been
verdict
located.
to aware of this. Bound will pick up one. Shifty gets another actually. And the round has suddenly turned around very quickly and Atletico are really
That
going to have
was
to
your
change up
answer?
what they're
I knew
doing.
he was exactly there.
Yeah, that pre-fire by Shifty, really beautiful. Neo, he's going to drop down the spot where he's actually just going to get pinched right here. He's got some in the reading room. He's got some on the white stairs. Rolfie, I think, he's going to get this kill, and Atletico are 2 men left. Emo Rin, you can call him more than a man though because he is a god, and he's going to pick up Bound. Only 2 kills left to find. The mirror is going to give him away though. Rolfie peeks around, picks him up, and Silex be the last one left in sight against 3 of Verdict.
Seconds left.
Still 3 smoke grenades. This is entirely viable though. I think the kill's going to have to come out. Present's going to see him as he's not going to see him, find him yet, and Rolfie will come around, pick him up. Right as he breaks through that barricade, Silex going down as this is a 2nd round in a row from Verdict. We could really be seeing a comeback here.
Yep, and we saw that mirror in Library really play a bad role against Atletico right there. As good it is to try and hold that angle with it, it backfired something chronic just there for them. It wasn't in a spot that it was in a spot that the attackers could make full use of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can see the idea behind it, but they couldn't maintain control over the reading room, and then Atletico just weren't prepared. Like, Emo was proning in the hallway right in front of it. It was just an easy kill for Rolfie.
Oh yeah, he had no respect for his own mirror just there. He had no respect for the fact that the attackers might be behind it.
Round and Verdict, their spirits will be 100% lifted up at this point because they've taken 2 rounds in a row now. Even
Their
score
spirits
lineup.
are probably soaring right now. They're you know, they're going to be really, really happy with themselves, and they're going to be, you know, they're going to be trying to keep this momentum up for themselves. But Atletico, they need to find a way to break this. They can't let Verdict run off with it.
Yeah, it looks like they're running that same strat, which
5
failed
seconds
them
left before insertion.
quite a lot in the first round. Look at that.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Yeah, and they're again going to have probably Shifty on this pulse at the sit down here.
They're going to reinforce one of these walls this time, though.
That's so many reinforcements on this just to protect one person.
Well, they've taken the 2 they had off the reading room and going to be using that for this site now. So I guess Shifty might just try and...
That, especially since they, you know, they had no one sit in reading room, and they gave up reading room really, really quickly.
Yeah, it's almost like they weren't expecting Atletico to push them and they were just going to roam around sort of unhindered. But, I mean, that's not what happened, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen again.
It's not going to happen again. Yeah, Atletico's, they're too good of a team. They're not going to let you do that.
Bomb
Friends,
located
yeah,
by
just a
attackers.
second. Todd will be checking it out, and they're going to know what's going to be happening soon. And reinforce.
Yeah, and Todd very, very slowly creeping their way around. He doesn't want to be shot in the back. He's very, very hesitant of it right now.
I've got deals sitting on top of these white stairs. So watch out, but I don't think he will be aggressive. Being aggressive down these white stairs is very risky. Could pay off, but I mean, there's 2 of them to refrag it, so might not be worthwhile just yet. Right now, really is sort of stalled out. They're trying to find Shifty, who's sitting in here. They know he's there. They're just sort of waiting until they are able to get right play. Rolfie, though, is going to find Neo. That's Cappy Tower taken out. As Rolfie's actually got the reading hatch open and going to help them a lot. Shifty will find Emo. Todd is going to trade it back straight away, though. Tagged up a bit, but Let It Go have really lost their traction for this round. Taken way too long.
Oh yeah, they have. And Atletico in general just seem to have, you know, lost all that magic of theirs. They seem to have lost that such dominant play that they really made Verdict suffer through in the first map.
Yeah, now this might be able to bring it back to them. not a lot of Verdict are concentrated towards this main A-bomb side as we speak, and king charges are going to come out. Silex looks like he's going to get flashed up. The plant might come out very shortly. He's going to run into the bar and be planting behind here. Todd will have dropped as well. Smoke's going to take him out. Dirtbay finds one. Rolfie's going to take him down, and now it's all up to Silex, who I think he will be able to get this plant off. Bolts over, but he's not fast enough. If Crescent picks him up, and it looks like Verdict are going to pick up yet another round here. Down the defuse happening.
They're all just jumping outside, leaving it to Bound. And 3 in a row now for Verdict.
Are they going to be stopped?
And, well, this is the first time Verdict has had a lead this series. So we'll have to see exactly how well they can go with it. And I'd like to see them take this map because I want to see a map number 3.
These two teams up against each other. Had a really interesting match against Zero Gaming and Downfall yesterday, and I just wonder what Atletico has stratted on it, because I mean both these teams are really strat heavy, and it's always like honestly exciting to see it because it really sort of gives you a better idea of what's happening.
Yeah, I agree there. And Atletico back up top. I think we'll probably see the exact same setup. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix.
Yeah, and could have it broken very shortly though, because Verdict seems to be wrecking all of their toys.
He's like that bully in the playground.
Yeah. Verdict got slapped around on the first map. Now they're just sick of it. They're coming back.
5 seconds to go.
100%, and it's,
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb
you know, it'd be very, very cool if we could see Verdict win 7 in a row now.
Yeah, it would be one hell of a comeback, surely. I feel like if Verdict keep going and win like a couple more rounds in a row, then they're gonna have the advantage going into the next map.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But you know, if the rest of the rounds are really, really close and being traded back and forth, there's not really a momentum running through the map. There won't be a momentum to carry through to the next map. That will get broken up.
This is interesting. Deals is pushing in first floor. It's holding an angle in this long hallway. I don't know if it's the red stairs or what he's going to be doing is down is rotate down as well. Really confused on what Verdict are doing right here.
Oh, this is going to be a red stairs push, but again, yeah, Bound. I'm not too sure what he's doing.
located a bomb.
They're just going to be clearing everything out by the looks of it.
So this hole right here, it's made so someone can throw a C4 up into the reading room. So I think he's sort of convinced someone's playing downstairs. Might be what he's looking for, but get by himself is strange.
Certainly is. He's not going to find anyone looking through that hatch. No one's going to be silly enough to try and peek that. The thermite will come out, though, blow a hole into that wall. The C4 tries to come out. He doesn't time it properly. And hopefully for his sake, you know, they don't know he's there.
These barricade hits might give it away. He's going to rotate down, but Shifty's Claymore is going to pick him up, and that has made the entrance Cigar Lounge a lot easier for Verdict. Minute to go, though. Time's ticking down.
Yep. So 4 on 5. They really need to start pushing this down, or else it will be, you know, or else they will just lose simply to the clock, which we've seen happen before. But I think it was to Atletico, wasn't it? Or it might have, actually no, I think it was Verdict.
Now this position Deals is playing right here, it's just going to be wasting the attacker's time because he really can't do anything up on that wall. Bound is going to find Neo though, as Atletico's numbers are dwindling, but their push is still being stalled out by this mirror Dirtbay sitting on.
Yep, that mirror, I was a massive fan of it last game, and now we're seeing why it's finally getting action. Crescent is going to take out Dirtbay though.
Yeah, and Silex will find one, quickly traded back though, as Emo Rin has been spotted out. He's going to find 2 really quickly. Up to Deals and Shifty. Blackbeard Be very good here, but Shifty, they're both isolated. Sneaking around right here. I don't think Shifty knows about him, and coming around the corner, he's going to find him. All on deals now to cover this defuse. Blackbeard shield. Successful here.
He's starting to run out of time. He's only probably got another 10 seconds or so left.
He wants to
Really
find this
has to
frag
run
before he
it.
pushes it. He's going to come around the corner. He's going to find deals, and he will have enough time. This is Athletico breaking the lead that Verdict picked up. This is going to be big.
Yep, and despite the fact they lost the last round, they're going to win this one, so that is now 3-2, 3-3, I believe actually it is.
3-3. We're in with a nice 1v3 clutch there. Well, actually 1v4, I'll say. As that is going to completely ruin all of Verdict's momentum.
Yeah, it really is. It's unfortunate that they won 3 rounds in a row, only to lose that 4th. However, they're not going to take it too hard, I don't think. Verdict's going to be looking at that win. They can almost taste it right now. They'll be looking for that W for this map.
Yeah, I gotta say that, what a strange push from Verdict.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
Really short
Yeah,
third.
actually, I agree. Even their plant spot was a little bit weird. You know, Atletico have been opening up that that mini bar the whole game, so for them to be able to go to that plant finally on the 3rd attack wave, I'm not a big fan of that, especially since they knew that we were top.
Home improvement time.
Certainly didn't work out for them. I mean, they got close, but more of a clutch play that brought it back, which they should live for, those clutch moments. And
Yeah, that's true.
5 seconds left.
certainly going to be happy came out. But now, Verdict, they're changing up
Attackers have
their reading room
recovered
strat.
their diffuser. Attackers
Previously, the
must locate
castles
and
weren't seen in
defuse
this
the
doorway.
bomb.
We're using them
Attackers bomb
a bit more
diffuser has been
upstairs,
dropped.
so they're adjusting their plays, which, I mean, I didn't really see last round this reading room being that impactful.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Yeah, well, that mirror was detrimental to them last time.
That was on Atletico's defense.
Oh, it was too, wasn't it? Yeah. On Atletico's attack, it was, you know, they just sort of... Atletico just sort of ignored it. So it'll be very interesting to see what they're going to do this time and how they, you know, if they'll actually get any utilization out of that.
In push is where President is playing. He caused so much trouble for Atletico last time, and he's going to cause even more because Emorin is going to fall. The vertical play at the buck is going to be taken out.
Yeah, Emorin has had a great... sorry, Emorin has been having quite a mixed bag, should I say.
Present, he's
Yeah.
finding another one though. Shifty's going to pick one up as well. Is Atletico having a tough time? Crescent is not stopping. It's all up to Silex now. He'll take him down finally, but in a 1v3, might be a bit too much to ask.
Yep, Crescent, if Verdict wins this, Crescent just single-handedly won that. For a brilliant, brilliant play. Silex is going to take even more damage though as
Attackers
he
have
drops.
located a bomb.
And now he's going to attempt to use that mirror against them. I don't think he'll realize he dropped.
Oh,
But it's
deals though. Flicks onto him and Silex is going to get shut down. Verdict, they're not out of this yet.
Yep, and Deals didn't realize he dropped then. If he'd played that a little bit slower, he probably could have picked up Deals. But oh yeah, what I was going to say before, you know, they all erupted into it. Emo's been having a very on and off game. He didn't have the greatest Clubhouse, but Cafe seems to be a little bit better for him.
Yeah,
Let's have a quick look at that scoreboard.
he's on the 8 and 5.
Yeah.
It's definitely something, and Resin as well, kicking off. Really,
Crescent's been a monster for Verdict. Now, he had the same amount of kills as the rest of his team combined on Clubhouse.
Defenders, protect your
And
bombs from
it
being
looks like he's
defused
trying
by
to do,
attackers.
the exact same here. Although Rolfie's nipping on his heels.
exactly that. And it's kind of strange how Verdict giving Atletico more of a challenge on Atletico's picked map. That being said, though, I can see how Atletico took dominance over on Clubhouse because it's such a rigorous map that
Yes.
you really need to be coordinated as a team.
Yes, and it is one of Atletico's most practiced maps and one of their better maps as well. So It'd be very interesting to see that, you know, both teams winning each other's matches here. Cthulhu and I had one last week, I think it was Thursday last week. You know, where the teams won each other's maps and we went to the third map for the cider, but it's... Yeah, I'd really like to see it. I think it's good if, you know, both teams are winning the other players' picks, because for me it shows a very competitive scene.
And I mean, going to a third map will really showcase which team is superior, because if Atletico do win this map, and the score, well, I mean, they have to go to overtime at this point no matter what happens, but if Atletico do take it out, then a 2-0 scoreline in the maps won't show the challenge they faced on Cafe.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't face... They faced some interesting stuff on Clubhouse, but it wasn't nearly as much as what they faced on Cafe. And Derpe is going to open the kill credit by removing Rolfie's head from his body. And that's their fear out of the game.
Away right there. Now that's an important fact, because Rolfie obviously sitting just below Crescent on the scoreboard. Happy with that one. Pod will be tagged up by Deals though. Named away, and I mean, really up to Verdict to make the plays here.
Yeah, and I think Verdict seem a little unsure about how they want to push this. They haven't really committed to anything. It looks like it will be a red hatch and a library split push. They'll probably try and make their way through library on their left here, after they realize that the rest of the meeting hall is free.
Yeah, they're sort of spending a lot of time outside. Todd's going to pick up a C4 kill. This is looking towards Atletico winning the round, because Verdict are really sort of just, they're still outside with 2 minutes to go. It's stalled out so much.
Yep, Cafe is one of those maps where it's very hard to get a foothold in the map, right? So your first map is spent just getting to the roof, right? Your second minute is spent getting into getting into the building and establishing some semblance of safe spots for you to be in. And then the third minute is finally about getting these rotations, getting these picks, and getting these kills. So it's very much a very standard map, as Neophyte is going to open the action here by taking Deals down as well. Silex also takes out Shifty.
It's a 5-on-1. If anyone can do it, it's Crescent as he downs Neo. Emo still sitting upstairs though. 20 seconds as well. Gonna be one hell of a clutch if it's gonna come out. I think this might be us seeing overtime in this map, as gonna go for a rotate through the library. No, he's not, because he's getting pressure from there. He's getting pressure from everywhere. Smoke grenades coming out. Neo's gonna drop as well. Emo's gonna drop as well, and he finally picks up the kill. We're seeing overtime.
Yep, Crescent, he put up a fantastic fight there, but unfortunately there was just way too many members of Atletico left for him to be able to deal with the drop squad there. Atletico coming down like drop bears.
Yeah, both of them just right on top of him. Verdict will be defending for this.
Yeah, so they have drawn the defense. It is random, based on who gets what. So a coin flip is tossed by the game, and Verdict has got the defense.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
We'll see if that works out for them, because I mean, up until this point, I don't think there really has been any trends happening. Sort of just both teams feeling each other out. And whoever makes the better mid-round calls has generally been taking it.
Yeah, it's been very back and forth, hasn't it? It's been very disjointed. There's been no momentum for either team. So it will be interesting to see how this is going to affect overtime. Interestingly enough, Verdict going, train and
attackers have located a bomb.
going,
5 seconds left.
the train defense, so the meeting hall and engine room. That's something you see an awful lot, especially when the top site's still open for them to take.
Yeah, now Rolfie's been playing Castle all the way up until now. He's swapped off and he's jumped on Pulse. I think Verdict are definitely trying to throw Atletico off with all these plays.
Yes, they are just trying to get that little bit of fluster, that hesitation. They'll be able to, net them one win here. Because if they can get that and get on the match point, the pressure's entirely on Atletico.
Yep, and really in Atletico's ballpark right now because they're in the attack. They've got to make the plays and up to Verdict to adapt to what they're doing.
Yep, and they're gonna. You can see how cautious they're being. They're checking every single last little nook and cranny, leaving nothing to chance. Gonna pixel peek the pixel peek spot, and finally it looks like they're gonna start trying to force control of this top side.
Neo being careful of the Legion mines in the doorway, and quite a lot of them are concentrated in the cigar lounge right now. There's Crescent sitting upstairs in this spot that he's done so much work in, Shifty backing him up. They're sort of pinching this hallway out very well.
But look at the time frame. Like these two, no one's engaged yet, and they've wasted almost half the round.
Yeah, I think Neo coming around here. Derp will rotate with some flashbangs, and that's going to be Crescent picked off. That's important for Atletico because Crescent has been the one who has been putting so much pressure on them. I think Neo's going to drop and he's going to pinch. Oh no, Shifty's not going to be pinched. He's going to rotate even further downstairs. Probably the smart play, and he'll come upstairs with Rolfie at some point and try and hold off the Atletico attack. Now Atletico still running out of time. Minute to go. Mira's going to be popped as Bound will keep his head though.
Yeah, this vertical gameplay,
Located by attackers.
Bound could pick up 1 or 2 kills. He's so close. A couple of random sprays through the floor will do it.
Really ticking away, and Nemo's going to see Bound. Both of them are going to tag each other up as Deals finds Neo though. Time is really going to be ticking down. This is going to Verdict's favour as every second goes past. Atletico really have to figure out where they're going to be pushing from here.
Clock is going to be the biggest issue here for Atletico.
Rolfie, he's actually rotated upstairs, and he might be able to get a late frag, which will catch Atletico off guard. I think Emo's aware of him, but not really much he can do with this time frame.
15 seconds to go.
As all coming down to Atletico, they've made their way into the B-bomb site. The plant's going to start going down. Emo's found one. Smoke cover's providing them a fair bit. Deals is going to get tagged up though. It's all down to Rolfie in a 3v1. Is he going to be able to stop the plant? No, he's not, as Emo pops up, picks him up, and that is going to be Atletico taking the first round of overtime here.
Yep, he did get the down on the planter, which is not enough though. The plant went down anyway, and then Emo from the flank managed to clean it up. So that was actually, despite the time frame that Atletico was under, really nice push by them.
Yeah, it came down to the wire. Yesterday we saw Atletico consistently sort of leaving their pushes late, but still managing to make them work. It sort of seemed like they were just preparing the entire round for it and managed to get in, made it happen, and like that just happened again.
Yep, so Atletico, they're going to be pretty happy about being on match point here, especially since they get to defend
Defenders,
the top
protect your
side,
bombs
which
from
I
being
do
by
believe
attackers.
they've won 1-1 lost.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I remember Emo.
Sorry, no, it'd be 1-1 twice.
Yeah, it was because they won the first round of it, obviously, and then Emo pulled out that 1v4 clutch.
Yeah, I think it's got to be 1 twice, lost twice. So, done really well for themselves so far. So 50-50 win rate. And we'll have to see whether or not they can finally push that into positive numbers, or whether or not they're going to go into negative numbers, and we're going to see 11 rounds.
10 seconds to insertion.
So
Rotates happening. All the hatches.
Attackers
Atletico are making a very
Attackers are
prepared
heading out to defuse a bomb.
defense here.
The attackers'
Verdict
bomb
really has to
diffuser
be bringing their
been
best
dropped.
for this one.
Attackers recover the bomb
Otherwise,
diffuser.
Smacking those flower bags.
Verdict really have to be bringing their best for this one. Otherwise,
Drop the bomb diffuser.
be it for this series. Present, he's really aggressive right here. Shifty's draining from him. He's hopping in from the ground floor. This is sort of like what Atletico are doing, clearing from the bottom, but looks like it's just 2 of them doing it. Todd with an early C4 and a bound. That is very big. Vertical play taken out. Any efforts to make a move underneath by that buck are now left in the past because down so very quickly.
Yep. Todd's had some really good C4 kills so far this game.
I swear this entire series, like including Clubhouse, the
Yep.
majority of his kills have been from C4s.
Yeah, he's had a lot of them. Reminds me of Gaz
Attackers
back
have
in the day.
recovered the
Gaz
diffuser.
used to get a lot of them too.
And what it really means is just knows what he's doing. His team is sort of providing cover for him to focus on harassing the enemy, and he's doing it. It's working well. He's not going to be able to get this thermite off just yet. Oh no, not all banded it up. Bills must have taken one out.
Yeah, I think they took one out from that window. Finally, they're going to be able to push their way into Cigar Lounge, though.
What they in the last attack round, Verdict had on this map, they managed to take over this cupboard. They had Crescent rush in through the doorway here, but are they going to be able to do that again? Because the reason that happened, he could rush up those wide stairs. He took down whoever was there and just cleared the way for those sitting in piano. But that really relies on Emo not watching his flank.
Yeah, I can't see that happening again. It happened the first time. I can't really see that happening again.
Yeah, what I could see working though, Verdict did have a grenade. They could take out Derpe. I'm not able to do that. Flashbangs will even it up, and Crescent actually is going to be able to push straight through Cigar Lounge and possibly catch Derpe off guard. No, he won't, because Emo Ren will pick up that kill. He's watching for it, and Crescent is going to suffer. Looking very strong for Atletico at this point, because Shifty is still backed up in this corner. Derpe is not going to be giving in.
That's another big kill for them, Crescent being down. With him being down, I don't really like the chances for Verdict.
They're really going to have to rush this mirror right now. Flashbang's not going to work out for him. Derpe is surely going to be able to know this. No, he's given up control of the closet. All for Verdict, but it's going to take them a long time to get in, and Rolfie will go down to Emo Ren. Shifty and Rolfie left, and that is going to be it. As Neo picks up both of them, and that is going to be 2-0 for this series. Atletico taking the W this time.
Yeah, really, really well played by them. A very, very dominant Clubhouse. A bit of a struggle on Cafe here. They do manage to pull it out 6-4, and the rounds they won, they looked much better than the rounds that Verdict won.
Yeah, Verdict definitely showed up a lot stronger in this map, and I'm happy we saw them do that, because otherwise it just wouldn't have been... Because Verdict are a good team. It's definitely...
15 kills for Emo.
Yeah, going off. But, I mean, Verdict are definitely a good team. It would have been a shame to see them lose this one out in a fashion like they did the first map. But, anyway.
Yeah, and, Verdict... Talking about Verdict being a good team, their rank at the moment, they've only won one best of 3 so far in the ANZ Cup. So they're going to go 1-3 right now. But, if we have a look at, the results and who they've versed some really strong teams already, right? So Verdict's first game, they did lose to Tahoot. That's probably the biggest upset they've had. Then they came up against Mind Freak, which is very unfortunate. They put up a really good fight there. They then defeated Australian Universal Soldiers, and now they've come up against Atletico. So, they've had some really strong teams with Atletico and Mind Freak. They're two of the strongest teams in this tournament. So, with that out of the way, for the next couple of weeks, Atletico could be seeing some easier matches.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think the team's coming up. Speaking of other teams, we have got Zero Gaming versus Equinox coming up, and I can't give an exact time frame on that, but shouldn't be too long, and yeah, we'll get those teams in lobby, get it started up very quickly. But I've been Elastic and Amphley, so we'll be back very shortly, guys. Ready to hang around.
Too many games, now all our chips are lost. Luck was not enough. I opened my eyes. Tonight I feel like waking to life. Tonight I feel like waking up. Through the highways and on we'll go. to protect your soul.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Zero Gaming versus Team Equinox. And I'm here with Flea once again.
How you going, Elastic?
Going pretty good, and sorry it took a bit long to get into the lobby, but just wire issues, ESL issues, you know how it is. Now, this is going to be a different match to last game, but I think it's going to be a good one because these two teams might not be as well known as Atletico and Verdict, but they're going to have a good go at each other, and I think it's actually going to be a good match because they're quite evenly balanced, would you say?
They certainly are. There's a lot of experience on these two teams. You know,
Defenders,
Say,
protect
who
your
is
bombs from being defused
Shade,
by attackers.
you know, pro league player. Then you've got JD on the other side. You've got Rock, DOS, Zapruder from old. I don't know if a lot of people remember Zapruder, but he is a very, very OG player. On Royal, he played. So, very, very old school player. He's recently come back and he's already in a squad. And then on Equinox's side, JD, Scrivy, Striking, you know, and Apsy as well. All very, very good players, very high-end players. So this is going to be a great
10
matchup.
seconds to go.
Having a look at the two teams, I think I'm going to put my money on Zero Gaming.
Attackers recovered the bomb
Yeah,
diffuser.
and one thing I just want to point out as well is Virtue. He's a player that Donkey and I casted yesterday, and he is actually probably the dark horse of the scene right now because he was playing a lot of Mirror yesterday, and he was doing fabulously. He was getting a lot of very good frags against, I can't remember exactly what team they were going up against yesterday, but Gaming came out on top after yesterday's match, and Virtue was getting a lot of frags. I think he is certainly one to watch out for right now.
Yeah, he's probably one of the more underrated players just because of how unknown he is. Like, he's never been in a top-tier team before. I don't think he's really played much competitive in general. But so to see him picked up on a team of Zero Gaming's caliber, I think this you know, it's a pretty big test for him, and I think he's doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, definitely a good pickup up until now. And we actually have a look at what's happening there around. We've got a bottom floor bomb site. Can't see much for a roam game happening on this side of the map, though. We do have Rippy sitting up in the kid's bedroom. Currently, he's not seeing any action. But as the attackers head towards meeting hall a bit more, very certain that...
Yeah, his rotate will be make or break onto this game. We've seen yesterday in particular, we saw a lot of Oregon. Myself and Cthulhu casted a lot of Oregon.
Yeah.
And the roamers really made or break the game. We saw Medusa get demolished on Oregon.
Oh, and there's Rippy making his play. He's dropped down, taking down Zapruder. IQ's gone. Now it looks like Apsy's rotated up as well, trying to support him.
And that's, you know, that's these roamers. You're going to see him probably trying to sneak back on the site if he can. DOS is trying to make him stay in the kitchen, but it's failed.
Still pinched in there, and Apsy's going to rotate around. Might catch DOS off guard, actually. This could be bad for him. DOS has turned into one.
Hopefully Apsy goes all the way around.
Oh,
No, he won't, and DOS will make him pay for it. DOS loses just over a quarter of his health, though. He
Oh.
can pick up a second he takes off
Attackers have
Rippy's
recovered
head.
their diffuser.
So, yeah, that roam game, not really well done at all.
all the way on the other side of the map. He's all by himself, but he still managed to pull it off very nicely. Rock's going to pick up one as well, and Day is going to be ready to push onto the site. Flashbangs are coming out as well. DOS is coming in for the drop. Going to be the last two defenders sitting in here. Striking still has a smoke grenade, but I don't think it's going to be used because DOS is getting ready for the plant and he's going to be going for it. Say's been downed. But JD's actually spotted out DOS, who's sitting all the way in the open, and that's the diffuser down now. They've gotten to a very strong position. Striking's going to take down Say. And now 10 seconds to go. Zero Gaming really have to start a push. It's turned into a 1v1 with Virtue versus Striking. He's going to go for the push, but he's going to be able to get him. He does, and Virtue with the double kill. What am I talking about? This Dark Horse player. He's no Dark Horse. He is strong, and he's going to clutch out this round for his team.
Yep, very, very well played by Virtue right there. Terrific, terrific clutch. And a bit unfortunate they didn't manage to get the plant down there. I really thought they were going to. I really thought they were going to. It was an odd plant spot. It wasn't something that you normally expect. So he almost missed it, realizing that, hey, wait a minute, that's a knee that's sticking out there. So yeah, he almost missed this. He was too busy focusing on the bullets coming at him. So
Good pick up
very
by
very well
JD.
played.
But I think
Yeah.
they actually Eurogaming can get a plant spot in there happening without being exposed from that position. It was a bit of a misplay by DOS, but I mean the frags went their way, so it's not too much to complain about now. But definitely some fix for next time.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, we're seeing a lot more rear pushes coming out for this basement attack. Traditionally, we see, basically only lobby pushes around that lobby patch, but we're seeing a lot more rear pushes come out, rear stage pushes, where they take construction, they take rear tower, and they work their way across. And we're seeing a lot more plants try to go into that back bomb site rather than the lobby facing.
Almost been Eurogaming's sort of signature move on it.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, like today and last week's play, certainly saw a lot of that. I mean,
5
it's
seconds to
getting
go.
mixed results. It's won them quite a few rounds. They've lost a couple as well, but overall, I think
Attackers
forcing
recover the
teams
bomb
into
diffuser. Attackers objective is to
changing
locate a bomb and defuse it.
playstyle and into working with Eurogaming the majority of the time, I want to say. So certainly, probably going to be sticking with it.
Yeah, it's worked really well for them so far, and you can see Equinox is going to try and do the exact same thing as well, taking control of this rear tower. So this to me says we're going to get a plant in the kids' dorms as they take control of attic, meeting hall, and then try and move on to those windows.
They're going to be opening up this attic, as you said, and not going to be encountering too much resistance from there just yet. Not reinforced up on the other side. DOS actually has a few holes he's got.
Yeah, a couple of holes there he could shoot through. And I think at this point he's just got to wait until these shots come through and then try and refire.
Yeah, I think holes like that, yeah, they've already been noticed by JD. You don't want to be picking that until the attackers sort of start neglecting them and not paying attention to them. Otherwise you would get your head blown off. I mean, DOS isn't in a terrible position. Looking back in Master, even when they open that attic up, he's really going to be sort of preventing them from in at all.
Yeah, the drone just jumped through. I don't know whether or not they saw him.
Oh, it doesn't matter if they have DOS with a quick double kill. JD and Rippy going down. Wow, this position really working for him.
Attackers recover the diffuser.
Yeah, and he's just put another clip out the back there just to be safe. Doesn't want to get refragged. That's a nice angle. He's going to get burnt out though, as Rippy is going to take down Shade with that Claymore. And DOS on a slither of health. Going to make his way across into the walk-in.
I think up until now he's wasted enough time. He just needs to hold out as long as he can. The Pruder, he's going to pick up a frag on a Scrivy as well. We've got a Blackbeard and Capitail left, on opposite sides of the map. Very difficult for them. Ooh. DOS knows what he's doing with the wallbang. He's going to tag up Scrivy, but, I mean, striking. He is going to get burnt off, though.
Really, really nice work, or really, really nice use, sorry, of those Capitao bolts. The first one damaged him quite a lot, and the second one did manage to pick up that kill. So I'm really liking the use of that Capitao, but the C4 through the floor by Rock is going to take out Absolute.
Well, Zapruder's going to get taken out, spotted coming through the window. As Rock is going to go for the push on the striking, and we'll take him down with the drop shot. Eurogaming going to take a second round in a row.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the DOS show.
The DOS show, I like it.
Yeah, he basically just stopped them in their tracks. There was very, very little that they could do about it after DOS had his say with them. And that was really much the DOS show. Rock ended it really nicely with a double kill, but I think DOS was the hero of that story.
Yeah, very quick double kill. I mean, it sort of forced the attackers to reconsider what they were doing, and the main push element, which I think their main idea was to sort of jump into that closet and then have that open, but you know, once DOS had his way, that was just not a possibility anymore.
Yep, absolutely. I wonder if we're going to start seeing more people sit behind that bed. As Eurogaming now, 2-0 up. Very dominant performance by them so far.
Yeah, very good start to Oregon. They've certainly not giving any rounds up so far. First round won by Virtue. I mean, I think Eurogaming made a slight misplay in the first round, although they got the frags to correct it, so it didn't end up too badly. Something they need to watch out for again, otherwise they might not be as successful in that first attack. But I don't think it's much of an issue right now.
I think the round was pretty much won when I do believe it was DOS on that Ying in kitchen picked up that that double kill. So you know we're seeing again that individual play by DOS came out really strong in that first round as well. So DOS, he should be on 4 kills right now.
Yeah, see, I know exactly what Apsy and Ripley are doing. What Say's been doing is he is every round yesterday, he was pushing in through the basement by himself. And he had Diffuser and he's got Diffuser again. He was doing this by himself. Monkey and I are talking about how this could go so badly. And I mean, right now, he's going to get taken out in just a second. Yep, there's Apsy picking him up, and watching VODs has really paid off for Equinox because you can tell they were expecting this to happen. Virtue's going to come down the stairs, takes down Apsy. Ripple still sitting down there with Diffuser though. I mean, bad start to the round by 0.
On such low health?
Yeah, I think
Did he get into a firefight with Virtue?
not sure.
Before that happened?
Say might have possibly tagged him up a bit, but I'm not entirely sure. Virtue's doing the smart thing. He's droning. He's not just rushing down there thinking that someone's been killed off already. Zapruder's going to lose the gunfight. No one's going to be there to trade him back. This is really not going in Zero Gaming's way right now.
Yep, and interestingly enough, Rippy hasn't called the rest of his team down. So what he's going to do is he's realized he's essentially going to die. At some point in this round, Rippy's going to die. He knows that. His job now is to waste as much time as he can for the attackers to pick up the diffuser.
Yeah, and I think that's the smart play. DOS will take him down, like you said, and they're going to get Diffuser back. It's been traded up to a 3v3. So, I mean, it's not gone entirely badly for Zero Gaming. It's definitely delayed them, though, and I'd say that at the moment, Equinox have the advantage.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, well, they definitely have the health advantage. If you have a look at the operators, I believe they have the better utilities up as well, though. So, losing that IQ is probably not the worst thing in the world. She doesn't bring an awful lot, particularly since there's no, unless, she's...
Oh, DOS, lovely gun work right there. Takes down JD. Unfortunately, he's going to get down to the smoke, though.
Couldn't see the smoke through his own smoke. And, just taken down by that babe. Rock's going to tag striking straight back as he tries to make a move on to Scrivy. Scrivy on a slither of health, on probably about 15 health. Trying to, just try and hold these last 2 people off. But, I'm going to pick up the diffuser. Rock, with a shot from downtown, picks him up.
That was a very interesting round. There was a lot of 1v1 gunfights happening, and I really think that was a very poor round for sort of team play. Because there wasn't a lot of trades going back and forth. It was really just individual having it out on the map, and I mean, it's really, honestly, I'd say Zero Gaming are lucky they came out on top there.
Yeah, I would say that's probably more luck as well. Rippy did a lot of work in that basement. He set them up really, really, really well. Being able to waste so much time is what he did. Arguably, he could have wasted a bit more. And he definitely should not have got as aggressive as he did on to DOS on that Ying. But DOS on this Ying has been a monster as well.
Yeah.
I can't get over how well he's playing tonight.
Really has, getting a lot of frags with a gun that a lot of people will favour. But Rippy downstairs, I think he did do a lot for his team. Like you said, he probably could have done a tiny bit more, but I think the reason that Equinox lost that round is not down to his efforts downstairs, it was sort of down to the rest of his team we're up to.
Yep, I agree. Unfortunately, losing Apsy so unnecessarily, I think, on that top stairs
5 seconds left before insertion.
To Virtue, that really hurt because that was his call for Apsy to come down and help him out. That was that team play, but he just got shut out by Virtue.
Yeah, Virtue. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. He has 3 frags. Doing a lot of work for his team so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think it was Zero Gaming definitely on that attack had little to no team play at all. One by one, they kept running downstairs, and that's why Rippy managed to do so well. I think as a team, someone's down there. You have to push that as a team. Particularly, Zapruder got so overexcited about trying to get that diffuser running down by himself. He should have waited for that backup to come.
Now, it looks like Zero Gaming can tend to sit on site for this round. Rock is going to be looking at cameras, and I guess he's going to be throwing out Pulse Sensor very shortly.
Surveying.
Discussing it. Chuck a C4 out the hatch as soon as it's blown. You can quite often get you a frag, but this is actually sort of being glitched by a Habana charge right now, where it's blown open, but an Ash charge is going to need to finish it.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Like that, but right now it's kind of strange that Zero Gaming are just content to sit on site. Say is being quite aggressive under the hatch, which not a lot of teams will do. He's not going to be successful with it. Striking tags up a tiny bit, but we'll take down Say. 4 of them left on site.
Yes, and having that Ella taken off is very, very good. The late flanks could have been devastating there by Shade.
Sure, Ripples on the stairs of the diffuser. Smoke's going to delay them a bit. Still a lot of time left, and that is going to be the last smoke grenade from DOS.
Oh, that $10. Yep, he's had to use them really, really early, which is great night sign for Equinox. Rippy going to go try and plant in that corner as DOS has found Apsy. JD trades him straight back though, so that's a 3-on-4 now. Ooh, make that a 3-on-3 as Zapruder gets one for himself.
Yeah, now we've got Rippy sitting behind this laundry room crate, and Pulse is going to get taken out, trying to C4 through the hatch. Miro knows his position now, though. Virtue's going to try and tag him up. He's going to expose himself, takes him down. Trades are coming right back and forth right now. He's probably going to get tagged up by Striking, who takes him down. It's all up to Zapruder now. We might see the first round. Equinox, time will be ticking down. Striking from above is probably going to pick up this kill in just a second. Zapruder definitely running out of time, I think, this round. Gone by the clock, and Equinox are going to take this down as Striking. Not taking him out just yet, as Jaeger's going to get Tagger up, but nothing will happen of it as time runs out.
No actual kill there. A lot of potato.
Yeah, Equinox just doing nice work to stall out the push from the attackers on that retake.
Yeah, the first win for Equinox. It almost looked like Zero Gaming just didn't know what to do towards the end there. As soon as that became that one person, you never want to be, when the plant's down, you never want to be the last person alive. It can be so hard. As soon as that plant goes down, someone has to go on a flank. Someone has to go running outstairs. The other guy has to sit there patiently and wait for the other guy to say he's ready for the flank, and then you go start making some noise. You can't really push like that, as there's just too many ways for them to shoot you from above, from the stairs, from multiple angles on the hatch. Like, it's just, there's too many ways to get shot trying to push through that lobby room when the plant's down in the hatch.
And I mean, realistically, in a retake scenario, you want at least 2 people up, so one person can go for a denial, or a sort of covering the person defusing the bomb, and that way, hopefully you can get a trade coming out, or at least get the bomb defused with the person covering being successful.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yep, 100%. And, so Equinox are going to be feeling a little bit good right now. They've had some unfortunate luck so far. And they've really lost this round with some great individual play out of a couple of the Zero Gaming members. So I think, that round's probably going to prop them up, and they definitely, I do think there's a skill gap between Zero Gaming and Equinox right now, but Equinox seem to be better as a team than what Zero Gaming is.
Yeah, that's what we've been seeing up until now, because Zero Gaming sort of, I mean, they're winning their firefights, but they're doing a lot of one-on-ones right now, which is really not the way to go. They should be getting punished for it, but Zero Gaming just haven't been punishing them yet.
Yeah, Zapruder going to drone in for himself, so Rock can follow up. And this is a bit more of what we want to see from them. And Shade again, just down the bottom here by himself.
Yeah, he's opened up this wall nice and quick, and it's pushing the defenders back into the side a tiny bit, but I don't think he's going to be having much of a role. Probably sitting passive for at least another minute until the rest of his team can back him up.
Yep, it's a very odd push by him to be by himself. Like, he has to drone for himself. There's no one there to support him. If he gets rushed while he's on his drone, he's going to have a world of hurt.
Yep, now, saw previously, holes opened up upstairs by Equinox, and Rock, he's not going to be pushing it. It's a smart play because Apsy and Rippy do have a crossfire on that at the moment. So, be Suicidal to be jumping through that, so he's content to sit on that, watching them to make a play.
Yep, so Rippy's in a safe spot. It's Apsy that's interesting to me, and there we go. He finally went to cross, and Rock had put a couple of rounds into him and removes him from the match, but now Rippy knows exactly where he is.
Yeah, I don't think Rippy's going to go for that right now, and Rock's very contented to sit up there. They saw the yellow up there on a drone as well, so they are very certain that they don't want to be pushing that just yet.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's the right call for them to make. Rock will eventually have to give up that position, though, and try and come back. There's nothing to say that Rippy can't rotate back around and try and get some flanks on them, especially under the guys in meeting hall.
Yeah, now it looks like the attackers are starting to make their plays. Smoke grenades coming out from the defenders, though. And Zapruder probably going to be pushing into sight very shortly. 30 seconds to go.
Seconds left. I'm really surprised no one's died here yet.
It's a very sort of stalemate at the moment. JD with a nice angle is going to pick up DOS. Prudlo, I'm just waiting for him to push into the side. He's going to do it. Rock finds one. JD is going to get taken down. It's all up to Scrivy at the moment. With very low health, this is going to be a big ask for Equinox.
Yep. 1v4. It's not going to happen. Virtue's going to put an end to him, and they take round number 5. 4-1 up now.
Yeah, I mean, Dura Gaming are in a very good spot. We saw a lot more team play coming out that round. The strategy was working. They were sort of pulling it together. Definitely picked it up, as to our criticism previously.
Yeah, they definitely seem to have fixed a bit of that gameplay there. It was nice to see Shade not get so aggressive by himself. He, actually waited for his team, which is good to see.
It's kind of important in competitive play, actually, using your team.
Not for Shade. He's just going to go straight in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised he's playing Thermite, to be honest. I touched on this yesterday, but he's such a frag-heavy player that it almost seems like wasted utility putting him on someone like that. Like, right now, he's sitting on Ella, and I mean, I think that's a role that's...
Thermite is quite a frag-heavy operator. Like, once he's used his breaches,
Fragmite.
he just becomes Fragmite. Yeah, he's just so strong. That 5.56 is one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. And I often find myself doing, the best when I'm on Thermite. I think his 5.56 is crazy good. And he's just
10 seconds left.
Yeah, I think it's a great fit for Shade. He played he played it a lot in Scylla as well. He played a lot of Thermite, and he did wonders there. He was playing Thermite and mostly an Anchor as well in Scylla, and he was regularly the top fragger. So he does really well. Even on these support champions, he does a lot of good work on those frags.
Equinox going to be running out the garage first off. We are going into an upstairs bomb site, so my guess is they will be pushing the armory because that's just one sort of step in the plan, I guess, to pushing towards that master bedroom, which that's what they were going for last time, Equinox. They were aiming to get that wall opened up, and I think they're doing that again. They're just not worrying about the big tower because, I mean, last time they saw that Dura Gaming didn't have anyone playing there, so I think they've just resigned themselves to sort of leave it, I guess, which, I mean, that could go badly later on. Someone decides to rotate there and open it up a bit, but we'll have to see.
We're seeing this reinforcement more and more. It's been pretty common to put, it's been pretty common to put the mirror there on a soft wall, but to have that wall reinforced with the mirror on it as well is something just a little bit more. Virtue gets tagged really, really heavy by someone up in Armory as DOS gets JD. Rippy trades him straight back though. That's probably a very, very big kill for them. DOS down. He has probably been their best player so far tonight.
Yeah, I think that's a good trade though. Taking down an Ash for him is certainly something I wouldn't be complaining about.
Surveying for hostiles.
That push by DOS really sort of put some uncertainty into the minds of the attackers, and it stalled them out for a bit. I mean, Apsy's still holding this angle on the big window. Just blocking your rotate right now. Virtue though, that's got to be a wallbang right there.
The couch. Through the bed, sorry. Managed to pick him up. That mattress not going to save him with his back to him. And that's just really, really nice timing from Virtue on that mirror.
Yeah, that's game sense right there. You can't teach that. And it looks like They're going to push in downstairs. Rock is going to be ready for it, though. He's going to find one. Is he going to find a second? He does through the wall. Rippy is going to go down, and now it's match point. And Say is going to clean it up. This is Zero Gaming picking up Oregon.
Yep, 1-5. Very, very dominant performance by Zero Gaming. It is a shame. I feel like Equinox played better as a team on that map, but Zero Gaming was just too strong of a team. Their players independently are just better than the Equinox players, I feel like, and that's what we saw. That's what we saw there. They played better, their aim was better, they were landing headshots, and you know, Rock, DOS, and Virtue. Wow. Big, big plays by them.
Yep. And so now that map, Oregon, was Zero Gaming's pick, so I think it's certainly that they cleaned it up on their own map, but we're going to be going to Chalet now. What do you think about Chalet in terms of a map? I mean, it's very...
Chalet is a very, very interesting map. You can play Extreme Anchor, you can play Extreme Roam. Both work really, really well, so it depends on your play style. Even your map preferences, even your bomb sites come down to what preference you want. So you can get a lot of variety out of this map, despite being one of the oldest competitive maps.
Yeah. I mean, this is a must-win map for Equinox, so it's going to be their home ground, though. Like, they've picked this map, they've got to have the best strats on it. You'd assume it doesn't always swing that way.
Yeah, well, we saw Atletico dominate Verdict on their map pick last game. Now, that was a 5-0. And then we saw Verdict almost pick up Atletico's map. So I would like to see. I think Equinox can probably put up a bit more of a fight here. They'll probably be a bit more comfortable on Chalet than what they were on Oregon, but it'll be very, very interesting to see exactly how much more comfortable they'll be.
10 seconds to insertion.
So, operator lineup's looking pretty standard. Bandit's almost a, well, I mean, I'd say he is certainly a staple of the downstairs defense. And, I mean, talking about defense sides, downstairs and Trophy Room, they're exchanged kind of freely between teams. Both are, like, completely 100% viable. It's sort of down to your preference as a team.
Yeah, 100%.
Strengths and weaknesses both. I think it requires a bit more coordination as a team to defend the Trophy Room, because you're sort of defending from above and below, and I mean to attack that as well, generally a bit trickier.
Yep. That being said, from trying to defend the basement as well, a really, really strong attack is, taking out those trench walls, and especially since they only have the one mirror facing the back. The second mirror is facing the snowmobile garage door, which I foresee that as a bit of a waste of the mirror. Like, if you're attacking snowmobile garage through the door, you've got some bigger issues on your plate than worrying about that mirror. So, I just think there's better ways for them to use that utility. I don't think it's used very wisely.
Rock is going to pick up a nice early frag onto Rippy there, expecting him in that little cupboard. But, I mean, previously it used to be a very strange spot for someone to sit in, but I mean, almost everyone in competitive play has to know about it now.
Yeah, that western entrance there, someone's always trying to hide there. Someone is always trying to hide there, but so it's a very common spot now. People seem to think it's a bit sneaky, but it's not anymore. And at this caliber of play, Zero Gaming, they're not going to leave anything unknown, let alone the western entrance.
But now, getting down inside, defenders used to be getting the roof opened up above them. Zero Gaming is striking. He's going to get taken down through the roof by DOS. Looks like Jaeger's rotated upstairs though, and Apsy's going to get that frag. He's going to find Rock as well. As another one's going to rotate up to find him, but he's not going to expect Capital on the library stairs. Say will take him down. Trades. Going to go in the way of Zero Gaming.
Apsy so close to getting that triple. He unfortunately looked the wrong way when he dropped. He probably should have been hearing Capital because Capital was sprinting up those stairs. So he probably should have heard him running at that point.
Loading
But
dock.
here comes Shade again. He's going to be switching over to his smokes, and he's going to throw those
loaded.
arrows in if he can. No.
Both defenders are
Trying
sitting
to
in the
decide
wine
what he's
cellar.
doing.
Mira
Yeah,
should
the
probably be
fire
getting
arrow
open.
came out. Here's the smokes. The plant's going to come down. It is Shade with the diffuser. And he's going to walk straight to JD, though. It's 5 seconds left, and they need to worry about this plants. JD's just going to run away and say, let's play the time. And there we go. They win as the clock runs down. They didn't even try to plant the diffuser, still sitting there in the middle of the snowmobile garage.
Yeah, I think that was a big misplay by Zero Gaming. They had two people. One was stuck outside the snowmobile garage, but the plant could have easily gone down with cover happening there. Like, sure, Say got taken out, but it wasn't that hard for either Zapruder. Well, I mean, it had to be Zapruder picking it up because you had Virtue. He was pretty much helpless outside the garage, but he could have provided cover from that hole he made very easily.
100%. I think, you know, Shade dying is, it's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world right there. Someone else should have picked up that diffuser and tried to go and plant right in front of that mirror wall.
Attackers need to
Hundred
locate
There was
and
no
defuse.
way they were going to kill them with Virtue covering from that garage wall.
Exactly it. I mean, misplay in the first round, it might not mean too much, but it's going to give Equinox the sort of mentality advantage going into it. Honestly, if I was Zero Gaming, I would have been annoyed at that point because I'm sure the rest of his team probably could have seen what should have been happening. It's just in the moment Zapruder got a bit caught ahead of himself and couldn't really think straight, I guess.
Place device.
Yeah, I think they got so pressured at that time, and they said, we have to go for kill, we have to go for kill, we have to go for kill. Just
5 seconds remaining.
calm down. And remember your surroundings. Like, they drained him out. Surely they knew he ran away at that
Attackers
point, right? They would have had
locate
to
and
guess
defuse
just
the
pick up
bomb.
that damn diffuser already. However, going into round number 2 here, we're going to be seeing a kitchen trophy hold out of Zero Gaming. So Zero Gaming going to be preferring that kitchen trophy hold. As you did say before, it is basically a 50-50 split. It is all based on preference. But how you attack is very, very different. So basement, you take a top-down approach, and kitchen trophy, you do a bottom floor up as Shade picks up the first kill on Apsy. Out that window, holy damn.
That is going to be a very big frag, because Blackbeard is a very strong anchor on that trophy window. Picking him up early, certainly a very good move for Zero Gaming.
That was a kill and a half.
Oh my god.
As Shade finds himself the second as he drops Scrivy.
He's looking for those frags and he's not stopping. He is demolishing Equinox right here. They lost the first round, but they're saying, no, we're picking it back up. We're not dropping another round just yet. And, I mean, he's really just on the frag chase at the moment.
Yeah, he really, really is. But that being said, it'll be up to his team to try and delay a couple more. Rock's trying to delay an invisible person downstairs as JD now going to be trying to hold that Serenity Peak. He's going to find Rock.
Oh.
Rock's going to get the better of him, though, and remove him from this round. That makes it a 2 versus 5.
That is a gunfight that JD should not have lost. I mean, wow, that was just
Rock
the
was
reactions
out
by
in the
Rock.
open. He was shooting up. JD, a bit of potato. Hitting those floor beams, just really unfortunate. Rock getting the better of him though. Rock getting the better of striking, same spot. So now it's all up to Ripple here.
Should not be winning these gunfights out of there, and Ripple's going to pick up one, but Zapruder is just going to jump outside. Oh no, he's not even outside. He is going to find him through the drone hole, I believe. Yeah, wow.
Yep, that drone hole, attackers use it very, very well. Very rare you get to see a defender use it like that.
That was, I mean, that round was just full of some ridiculous frags right there. I mean, Say, he got some pretty crazy kills off the start that I don't think anyone was expecting. But then Rock, those two gunfights he won on JD striking, that was just something that should not have happened, really.
Yep, I agree. I think it did. Rock just you shouldn't be winning a gunfight from that angle.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused
It's
by attackers.
so much better shooting down, particularly at the angle that you are. You have to be so much more accurate shooting up. From distance, you can easily hit those beams if you're not careful. Where when you're shooting down, because you're so much closer to the beams, it's easier to thread the needle like that. But Rock managed to nail 2 heads from there, so he's going to be very, very happy with himself.
Spirit Gaming. I like what they're doing, Equinox, I like what they're doing, chucking some mute jammers upstairs. It's going to slow down
10 seconds left.
Zero Gaming's droning. JD, though, I'm
5
assuming
seconds
he's
left.
throwing a camera outside here. I don't think he's going to be
Yeah.
going for a big.
Nah, there's no way he'd be going for that spawn peek. The camera goes out and he does run away. No one's going to bother boarding up the window. It's good to try and just get the leaving those windows open is good because it worries the attacking team. It means they have to slow down a bit. Just be careful. They can't risk getting shot.
Looks like at this point in time, Gaming are going to be heading upstairs. Some drones are going to come out, but this mute jammer will certainly slow it down. They're going to have to open the door if they want to get their drones in at this point.
Reloading.
Just can't get the drone throw.
Attackers have
Yeah, it's
recovered their
unfortunate. We've seen some really unfortunate drone throws over the years. My favorite one was who was it? I think it was Fletch playing Twitch, trying to throw a Twitch drone through the cafe window at the APAC finals.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty
he
easy to
missed
mess them
it
up.
like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, it's alright, Fletch. No one saw us.
Not like it was at a land final.
Yeah.
A bomb has been located.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, Spirit Gaming, they've made their way into the building. No frags have come out just yet. I think Equinox, they're pretty content to play over in the library right now, where Apsy and Ripple have been, sorry, Rippy, not Ripple, have been the one roaming together every single time so far, and it's sort of not been working out currently.
Yeah, I have to agree as well. I think the only round that it did work out was in that basement, and that was basically all Ricky. As Apsy got demolished as soon as he tried to come down the stairs. So, I think that, I really think that this roaming duo, whether it be their game sense, whether it be because no one's on cameras trying to help them, or whatever it is, like their anchors, one of their anchors should be on cameras right now, trying to call out for their for the roamers to give them direction and information. Hey guys, there's one basement. Go basement. Try and collapse him. There's one here. There's one there. They've taken out the camera here, so we know someone's around there. That communication needs to come through. Roaming is very much a team game.
Yeah. And a team game. Rock's trying to cover. They might charge. It's going to go off here. Scroovy though, he is in a strong position to come up for a flank in just a moment. He is going to come up and he's going to take down Rock. He's going to take down Say as well. The flank coming out. Scroovy is going to be making the plays for his team this round.
15 seconds
Yep,
left.
that was really, really nice by Scroovy. Doss has found one. Zapruder will take out JD though. Rippy trades back Doss straight away. Rippy in this trophy room. He's coming out huge with a triple by Rippy right there. Manages to clutch out a second one here for Equinox.
Yeah, Rippy cleaning up that round. That flank really from Scroovy right
JD.
there.
Scroovy,
Really,
sorry, yep.
yeah, really made that round. It let Equinox just sort of, because if that wall got opened up, then I'm pretty sure the defense in trophy room really would not have stood up as well as it did once rotated in there, and it certainly would have gone
Yeah,
very different
he
way.
was sitting in the exact same spot Rock was last round.
Yeah, exactly. Those
And
stairs just seem to be.
They didn't like.
Defenders, protect
They
your
saw how
bombs from
powerful
being
Rock
defused
was
by
from there,
attackers.
but then made the mistake of not checking. Like, that seems a bit weird that you use the one spot to such powerful effect, and then not give it the respect that you just demolished the enemy team with.
Yeah.
Like, seems a little bit odd to me.
What does seem a little bit odd to me as well is Doss is jumping on Vigil, which, I mean, he was running it yesterday and Getting quite a few frags, but
Well, Vigil's pretty good for Chalet.
10 seconds to
Given
insertion.
how easy it is to rotate, there's 3 sets of stairs. There's 13 hatches on this map. I think it's got the most hatches in the game.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
So
diffuser.
it's got
Attackers
a
must
lot of
locate and
mobility
defuse
around
the
it if
bomb.
you can use them properly. So being
Drones up and
being
running.
on Vigil, we're going to be really good to try and hide from these drones, try and force people to face check you. We know Doss's aim is on point. He's been carrying Zero Gaming a lot, fairly well. So he can he can win those firefights. So I think it's probably a good pick that suits him a lot.
Bomb located by attackers.
looks like the attackers sort of appear to be pushing the trophy room right now. The master hatch is open. I mean, they're not careful. The players of carelessly not looking up.
말보다는 행동이지.
So I mean, it looks like Equinox are going to be pushing this backside at the moment, where they've got JD sitting at the back of the wine cellar. Virtue, he's got his mirror set up. He's going to be able to watch over it.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
They
it's
need to get Scrivy on this thermite down here. Opening up the wine stockroom on the side there in the trench is very powerful. So if you can get both these thermites off in this direction here, maybe even a thermite and a Habana for a peak hole, plus opening up the hatch, and you've got yourself a great setup there for an attack.
I really think what this round is going to come to is whether that mirror is going to be able to be opened successfully. Virtue going to get taken out. He was sort of playing very aggressively outside of the doorway right there. I mean, not really that aggressively. He just wasn't expecting the Twitch to be holding that angle. Gets punished because of it. The mirror's actually been opened as well. Striking find a second one for the round with this angle.
Wow. If Striking needs to really try and get those bandit batteries, I don't think he has a Twitch drone out on the field right now. But Doss is looking to try and get aggressive here.
Yeah, Thermite, he's going to rotate around and he's going to get tagged up, but
I think they're going to realize he's upstairs right now, and they're probably going to start moving to try and deal with him. No, Scrivy seems a bit confused. Maybe they're not quite sure what their shots mean.
what should really be happening right now is, this is exactly what should be happening right now. Rippy's getting the, oh, Doss! He's going to drop down and going to be on the flank. He's going to take down Blackbeard. Oh my god, Doss! He's going insane and he's going in.
3K. But no, Scrivy is going to put an end to Doss there. Despite the 3K from Doss, Equinox had already done enough damage, and that Twitch had done so much work already that unfortunately Doss could not save the team, despite that beautiful flank. He jumped out the window, jumped back down in through the trench there, so he managed to pick up, apply a lot of pressure and pick up some very quick kills from it.
Such a fast play. I was not expecting that at all. It certainly caught Equinox off guard.
Oh yeah, it did. They weren't ready for it. It even took them it took 2 of them to die before they realized he was actually they realized he'd pulled off the flank. So, really nice play by Doss. So, not a lot of, not a lot that they could have done. I don't think.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Like
defused by
it's still need to
attackers.
have a drone out there looking outside, right, or even a claymore, and because that's not a common rotate that you see. So really, nice play by Doss, and I think Equinox had used their utility correctly in that regard. I think it took them a little bit too long to react. After the first one died, the caution had been made, I think.
Yeah, it certainly came close though, and Gaming going to be kicking themselves that they it up.
Deploying ADS.
What's actually been a highlight for me on the map is Rock, because Rock has been killing on every single operator that's been playing. Zofia, I mean,
10 seconds.
I've still been not convinced as to Zofia's usefulness before this cup, but I mean,
5
certainly
seconds
say she's
remaining.
fitting into the meta really well, and
Yeah,
Rock
well,
has just been insane on her.
Attackers have
we
recovered
saw
their
a lot of
diffuser.
Zofia
Attackers are moving
in
out
the
to
APAC
locate a bomb and
Invitational
defuse
land
it.
as well. We saw some teams do some wondrous things with her. She's really good at getting people out of those tricky spots. So, like the Pixel Peak corner in Cafe
Loading thunder.
is a brilliant use of Zofia, and you're going to see her just lob a couple in here just to try and get people out before she peeks in the kitchen. And that's really her usefulness, right? So she's really good at making people disorientated before she goes to push them.
Rippy and Apps here were actually just pinched in there very well, and they're going to get out, but they've been tagged up quite a lot. I think that was a really nice reaction by Zero Gaming towards what they were doing, and I mean, they can get pinched even further in if someone ends up heading to this trench door, which Rock looks like he is going to do, and I actually think it'd be really bad for Equinox at this point.
Yeah, well, if these two can win their gunfights, if they can come out on top here, they can absolutely put an end to the attack of Zero Gaming. If they die, however, Zero Gaming is going to roll over this round. So it comes down to how well they're going to win their gunfights, and at half health each, it's not looking very good for themselves.
That was a
Pruda just can't land those shots.
Rock looks like he's actually rotated off as well, which, I mean, that's going to give them the freedom to escape when they want to. That's turning a bit.
And how is Zero Gaming looking to push this? Because they can't really push it downstairs at this point. With two on their flank, potentially another one looking through that doorway. At this point, this is wasting so much time.
Yeah, I mean, Apsy's still hiding back here.
Bomb located by
Zero Gaming looked like they tried to take the advantage early by getting those 2 frags, but they just haven't been able to clear them out, and
attackers.
really it's wasting their time.
I realized he had the wrong one on just then.
Yeah. Rock. Not going to be able to get the frag into JD.
Man, how many members of Equinox are going to be able to escape with their life in lucky circumstances here?
Apsy and Rippy look like they've made their way back on site, surprisingly. There, quite a few members of Equinox are tagged up to some degree.
Yeah, so 30 seconds left. This is going to be explosive. As DOS still trying to look for people through the floor here. And it is Shade with the diffuser right now. Where is he sitting?
He's going to find 2!
Wow!
Oh my god. As one more is going to walk in front of him, he's going to throw a grenade though. Apsy's going to take him down. He'll get traded back by Rock though.
15 seconds
As the
left.
diffuser has to go down very shortly. Looks like Rock is going to be the one to pick it up, and the rest of his team are going to be covering.
Yep, so they're in a very, very good spot to plan right now. I don't think this is going to be interrupted. Rippy on the flank, though, could do a lot of damage. No, he does have to come around the other way, so no one is actually flanking here for Equinox.
Zero Gaming are in a very strong position for this round. Scrivy's going to struggle, but Rippy's going to find one. That's the person above. Virtue, still sitting outside the garage, is going to be in a very strong position. Rock as well. Virtue does find Rippy, though, and Scrivy is not going to be looking good for this one.
Yeah, Scrivy's going to have to be really, really worried about his blue trench. And honestly, all they have to do is sit here. Don't get aggressive. Play passively. Play the covers. And there we go. Rock is going to pick up Scrivy as they do pinch him between the 2 angles.
Go. That round was really defined by that collateral Shade got sitting in that blue hallway. That pickup really just let Zero Gaming take the advantage, get into sight super quickly, and really, I mean, I don't think anyone expected that.
No, that was really, really well played by Zero Gaming. They took their time to set it up properly. They took their time to set up that attack properly, but once they did, the payoff came back immediately. Everyone was in the right spot to cover. They had the man advantage going into it, and I think that they played that round just a lot better than what Equinox did. Equinox got very, very lucky that game though, right? Like Apsy and Rippy both should have died multiple times on that roam.
Yeah.
JD got away with his life in a very lucky attempt as well. And Zapruder potatoed so many shots onto, I think it was Rippy behind the car in the basement. So I think despite all the luck going over to Equinox's side, Zero Gaming still came out on top.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, I really liked how Zero Gaming reacted to that roam being put out by Rippy and Apsy. Like, they sort of, I think they just sort of had some drones in nice positions, and at the start of the round they said, hey, let's go for these guys, let's pinch them in, make it happen, and then they almost picked them up. It was very close, like you said.
Yeah, it definitely could have gone either way. But that being said, Equinox now, about 30 seconds off the clock, so they're going to start looking at trying to get into the map now, and into the building, as it does look like they are going to do a top-down push. Take control of this master bedroom, blow open some holes, blow open the hatch once JD gets off it.
He's just going to be droning for his team, but slowing everyone down. I think they're going to resign to leave that hatch for a tiny bit.
Yep. Rippy is going to make use of his time while going on his drone himself. While he does wait for JD to finish his droning.
Times, not much has passed just yet. It's 2 minutes on the clock, and looks like DOS is going to be in the wine cellar once again. Vigil ability where Brock, on the other hand, will be actively fragging, picking up JD through the hatch with a C4.
Yep, so as soon as that hatch got blown, he threw the C4 through it. Beautiful, beautiful timing. That's something that's probably come across here from using practice on the bank, as Rock barely missing the headshot there through the floor. And you're right, Rock has been an absolute monster this map so far for them.
Definitely Rock and say 2 MVPs I'd pick for Zero Gaming, and really going to be getting aggressive up these stairs in a second, possibly. You've got quite a lot of Zero Gaming offside right now. Virtue's in a very strange position himself.
As I said before, you can do a very anchor-heavy team composition, or you can do a very roam-heavy team composition. And we're seeing this roam-heavy team out of Zero Gaming so far, as Apsy will find Shade, he gets taken out, and now they're going to start thinking about pushing into this bomb site, as there is no one else sitting in Trophy Room right now.
This is a perfect time for Nox to take the advantage, and I mean, Zapruder, he might be able to take down Blackbeard if he hops in the window, but I mean, not far away from a quick refrag upstairs. Twitch is actually...
Oh, wow.
Apsy's going to hop in the window and take down Zapruder. This is going to give Equinox all the advantage, and they now have access to the trophy room. Ella's going to be spotted out as well, as Apsy's going to go for the frag. Can't land the shots just yet, as DOS is going to pick up Scrippy, but the plan has gone down, and it's now up to the retake by Zero.
Yes, it is. So 3-on-2 right now in favor of Equinox. They've done very, very well this round, and Rock is going to get shot by Rippy. Not much he can do there, so now all up to Virtue before. And no, he's just going to lose the fight as well. Striking will take him out, and Equinox doing really, really well. I think they're on match point now.
Yeah, Equinox definitely showing this is a completely different map to the other one, and pulling up strong. 4-2 right now. Or at least we'll be seeing overtime, but I wouldn't be surprised if we went to the map on this.
No, yeah. This is the Equinox we wanted to see. They were, you know, their team play was better on Oregon, but Zero Gaming's individual play and their gun play was just so much better than they. You know, Equinox got outplayed on an individual basis. Where here they're standing up to it, and they're working. Zero Gaming's lack of team coordination is hurting them a bit more on this map.
Now, hitting the defense, Equinox certainly going to want to hold this one. Giving more ground to Zero Gaming. Make a comeback, but I'm sure they do not want to happen just yet.
No, they definitely want to end this here. If they can get a 5-2, they'll be very, very happy with that. Particularly with the momentum going into map 3.
Is banked, by the way.
Bank?
If we do get
that would be great to see, because we've seen a lot more roaming out of Equinox with Apsy and Rippy. So I'd be very interested to see how their roaming together is in Bank, which is a very, very big map. If they even will, you don't see an awful lot of roaming on the basement defensive Bank.
Apsy be hiding path of Rock where...
Oh no. All he has to do is just be patient, and Rock is dead.
Yeah, I mean, might actually... Rock hasn't caught the eye of his foot moving in the drone hole there. He's going to drone past him as well. This is looking like it's gonna...
Oh, he's still there!
Yeah, this is...
Rock's actually got... No. Has he not spotted him at all? Wow. Okay, Apsy, just be patient, and you can kill Rock here. Just be patient. Rock's off his drone now. Here he comes.
And he's going to give a position away. Rock, with the flick onto Apsy, is going to shut down that idea just as it's coming out of our mouths.
He got aggressive too early. He peaked too early. He just had to be a bit more patient. He just had to be a bit more patient. That he was so eager for that kill, knowing that he wasn't spotted out, that he was still safe all the way through. He just had to not be so aggressive. He just had to be a bit more patient, and he would have got that kill.
Yeah, Rock is certainly counting his lucky stars because narrowly escaped that one.
Yep, Scrivy on the camera going to call that someone's out on the K9 bench right now. And see whether or not Shade can be pincered from these roamers. There is one, I do believe it's Rippy, who's up on the library stairs as well right now.
Got Rippy and Scrivy sort of sitting away from sight currently. It looks like Rock is actually going to be coming out from underneath though. Depending on what Ella does. Ella's going...
No, Rippy gets the better of him.
Rippy is going to find another one as well, though. JD is going to pick one up as well. This round has suddenly swung in Equinox's favour. It's Virtue and Say have some clutch work to do if they want to keep Zero Gaming in this map.
Oh, Virtue. He's down as well. That's a 3K now for Rippy, so it's all up to Shade. And Rippy gets himself a 4K, and Equinox is going to take map number 2. We're going to map 3.
We are. This is certainly a development. Not expecting Zero Gaming to fall like that to Equinox in this map.
Yeah, Zero Gaming, they looked like night and day between the two maps, didn't they? They were just, it was so much stronger in Oregon than what they were. But this was their map pick, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, this map was actually Equinox's pick.
Okay.
So both teams have won their maps, so I mean, it's not entirely unexpected, but certainly for both teams to be this balanced.
Yeah, and we saw Rippy on 13 kills there. That was incredible.
Yep. So we are going to have a very short break. So I'll chuck the music back on and we'll be back in one moment, guys. Stay tuned in as we're going to have one hell of a final coming up.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees, holding on, memories never change.
I wonder what went wrong today, eh? Why do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words to say, eh? To say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna
Righty, and welcome back once again. For a gaming event, Equinox. Once again, joined by Flea.
Very much looking forward to this third game, Elastic. And this is something different. Executive and CEO's Lounge.
Yeah, this is not one of the more typical bomb sites you'd expect. Doesn't mean I'm not excited for it though, because
Oh, I'm very excited to see what they do.
oh yeah,
I
it's
love it when people do something different.
exactly. It's definitely it's exciting because it's something you haven't seen before, and that's really what makes these games
Defenders,
unique.
protect
Seeing
your bombs
strats
from
and
being defused by
plays
attackers.
that just don't typically happen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'd love to see what they have in preparation for it. Top floor is one of those sites where Bank is one of those sites where all 4 sites are technically viable. Maybe not competitively viable, but all 4 bomb sites are viable, right? Like there's no getting top floor isn't playing on the top floor isn't the worst thing in the world. Open area is the other one that's snubbed a little bit, but that being said, I do think with the right setup, both bomb sites are defendable. So we'll have to see exactly what they have planned. Watching setups is something I find very, very interesting when it's down to this, and we're seeing a lot of rear reinforcements by them, and one front wall left unreinforced there.
That is definitely something I'd expect to get done up. I mean, definitely a weakness of the site. Buyback will expose, so I expect that will be done up shortly, but yeah.
And I don't know whether they expected this or not, but Rock on this Glaz is actually great for them to attack this bomb site.
Yeah, Zapruder, he's ran in and got a very early frag on Apsy. Was the Jaeger roaming? He was playing all the way in the main lobby. I don't think he was expecting a push like that this early on.
No, that's a very quick push. And that being said, we have 40 seconds into the round, though, so I think that maybe you should be expecting it at that point.
Oh. Rock spotted out.
Just
Very
have to
long
shoot
angle.
those bananas.
Certainly angle that expecting to fire from.
No, and it's something you really can't return fire from. So all they have to do is just waste Rock's time, though, and he becomes essentially just a drone.
Pretty much. It's like Rock might, if he's lucky, he might get a frag, but to be plainly honest, it's sort of just going to be worrying the defenders a bit right now, not doing too much as time will just tick down.
Yep. That's actually not an angle. The one that Rock's holding, it's not an angle you see very often.
Yeah, not a lot of people will typically rappel up on that north wall, and Virtue is going to pick up another frag for Zero Gaming in this round. Rivi still proning the back of the conference room at the moment, though.
He sort of has to at this point. He's got a giant hole in the back of him, and he's got a giant hole in the front of him as well. He is not in a good spot right now. I'm pretty sure Scrivy's life is forfeit at this point, as the mirror's going to get popped around him. He's in a world of pain right now.
Well, a question of whether he can make this worth it and get a frag for himself. I think a nade from Zapruder would probably be the best option for Zero Gaming right now, but very passively, and Zapruder is going to go down, but Scrivy's not going to be able to finish him. It looks like Rippy is actually going to come up for a flank, though, as Scrivy gets down. C4 goes out. It's not going to find anyone. JD finds one, and Rippy finds another. It's actually turning around at the moment. It's 2v3. It's still in Zero's advantage, but really you need to watch out because they're going to go for the revive, and Rippy
Having a bit of trouble picking up Zapruder.
He's going to go up. This is... Oh, Rippy!
Oh, wow!
With the flick, as this has turned very quickly. A 1v1. JD and Virtue.
Rippy, the god of Equinox right now. He has done so much work for them tonight. And Virtue, he's not going to be able to get the plant as he tries to go for it there. JD will pop at just the right minute and put him in his place.
Yeah, that round was entirely won by Rippy there, I want to say. That flank was way more devastating than it should have been. He picked up the down person. Then the flick onto Zapruder really just enabled JD to get that clutch. Otherwise, there would probably be a refrag happening right there. That was insane.
Yeah. Rippy with those sick flicks, man. Like that was instantaneous. That was so well played.
And now that's going to be Equinox picking up the first round. This is definitely going to be momentum carrying into the third map for them. Gaming, get
Yeah,
ahead.
after and
Attackers
it
need
was
to
a really
locate and
dominant
defuse
second
bombs.
map they had. They had a pretty dominant Chalet. 5-2, they managed to win it, so they're going to be feeling very good for themselves in this map 3, especially picking up that first win.
Yeah, that's certainly the way to look at it right
Shade?
now.
Yeah, Shade being back on this Bandit, he had some really good games in it. Especially he picked up some really big frags for Zero Gaming while he did this, and despite the fact they're holding the basement, he ran all the way up and reinforced the open
10
officer's
seconds
hatch.
to go.
Yeah, now, I mean, this to me just says that they're going to either try and hold the open area, or they're
Attackers recover
simply
the
just going to
diffuser.
try and worry the
Attackers must
attackers.
locate and defuse a
It looks
bomb.
like they're going to be going with the holding open area variant of that idea.
Yep.
And
So what they need to do if they're going to be holding this, they need to have the hatch open so they can drop back down the site if they need to.
yeah, that's
And
probably
this
the
one in
best thing to do,
hallway,
because
and, yeah, it is open. There we go.
wasting time is one thing, but wasting time and keeping your life is certainly the best thing you can do in a roaming situation. Or being live at the final seconds of the round can really make a big difference.
Yes, it certainly can. So we'll have to see how Equinox is planning to attack this relatively unusual setup by Zero Gaming. It's not something that you see very often, and that should be Bandit. Yep. So they know he's below him in open area right now, and it doesn't matter because DOS is going to kill Apsies. That's the Blackbeard taking off the table very quickly.
Yeah, good important frag at the start. Blackbeard is certainly not someone you want alive on the attacking side for very long. Looks like DOS and Shade are sort of... No, Shade's actually rotated back to site, and it's just DOS sitting up here right now.
Shade sort of had to rotate back to site as he was spotted out by the Jack.
Yeah, I think DOS, if he's lucky, he might be able to get a frag right now, but he's going to find one. He's surely going to be traded back in just a second. Really, yep, here we go. He's been downed, and not sure Jack was aware of it, but yep, there we go. The trade coming back. Oxen.
Just going to scan his footprints. And so they know exactly where he is, and he can shoot him through the floor. So that's 2 sets of footprints being gone. Pretty good use out of them, to be honest. So being able to pick up a roam is always good with it. So 3 versus 4 right now in favor of Zero Gaming.
Rock, though, changing it up with a C4 through the hatch as Scrivy be going down, and
That's the second time he's done that tonight.
he's really just... he's keen.
He's played so well. We talk about Rippy being the hero of Equinox. Rock's been the hero of Zero Gaming right now, as striking is going to make it a 3 versus 2 as he tries to even up these numbers.
You can see these Legion mines from DOS still having an impact on the attackers, just sort of slowing them down, forcing them to take them out, and taking a decent amount of damage out in them at each point.
Yeah, just being annoying, right? That's
Yeah.
their sole purpose. It's just to annoy the attackers. Virtue, though, going to be flying, striking. Rippy going to drop. He's going to push on to Rock. Rock's going to take him out. And Zero Gaming will win their first defensive round. And, you know, that is now a 1-for-1 as we've seen both attacks win.
Yeah,
He even
tying
goes
up.
onto his drone as on the cameras just for the swag points.
And now it's 1-1. This is certainly shaping up to already be a very competitive match. I think if we can see Zero Gaming sort of win one of the defenses that... Sorry, win this attack, then it was definitely catch Equinox off guard and might... Having 2 rounds won in a row will definitely make them swing back into the right mental advantage.
Oh, definitely. That makes I don't like Zero Gaming is not a mental is not an emotional team. Rock is not an emotional player. Shade's not an emotional player. Zapruder not an emotional player. DOS is not an emotional player. I don't know a lot about Virtue. I haven't really played from him since he's from console, but
Attackers
it's
need to locate
so
and
you know
defuse
I'm
as
going to
many
have to
bombs as
say
they
that
can.
he's not an emotional player either. So that that 4 out of 5 of them definitely aren't emotional players, so they're not going to be affected by this mental. They're not going to have the mental factor affect them. They're going to be able to get over the tilt.
Yeah, it's certainly something that some teams might be a bit more affected by it than others won't, like you're saying, and interesting finding out, like, sort of, is it definitely, it's a massive impact on some teams, and like you're saying, Zero Gaming just aren't one of those.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Equinox, on the other hand, I don't know an awful lot
seconds to go.
about some of the about 3 of the players on Equinox. I haven't
Attackers
played
recovered the
I
bomb
haven't played
diffuser.
too much with
Attackers'
striking, but
objective is to
JD and
locate a bomb
Scrubby are
and
both
defuse
old
it.
enough players that they, or experienced enough, should I say, that the tilt won't affect them too badly.
Yeah, now Doss is all alone in this back alley side, and he's got the diffuser, so that's telling me that he's sort of just going to be sitting back and probably going to be pinching some people, or he's just going to rotate above, never mind. But, Rock, he likes this angle up here.
He does, and to be honest, I like that angle as well. It's not something you usually see anyone sit, so it can catch people quite unawares. That being said, if he's going to do it every single round, eventually Equinox will take notice and prepare for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's working out for him now, and who knows, he might pick up a frag from it at some point, but something they have to be careful of. And now, interesting is Rippy and Apsy, they're the two roamers. They're both sitting inside at the moment, taking a very passive approach compared to previous games.
Yeah, I'm not against this. I'm really not against this. I think a 5-man anchor on basement is a good idea. It is very easy to support. That being said, a 2-man roam upstairs isn't bad either if you can delay the attackers enough.
Special Bank is a very large map, so options available to a team roaming.
And you can see here, like, even with no roamers, a minute 30, they they've still got hatches to open. They haven't made their way, and JD is gonna get a C4 kill onto who is that? The
Bruder, gonna go down.
Drone activated.
Make it that much harder. Zero Gaming IQ, not an operator with a lot of utility, but Zap has certainly been doing some work for his team. And right now, we've had the server room given up. It was being controlled by Apsy and Rippy slightly before, but they've chosen to jump out of it. Virtue will drone it and find us clear momentarily. Rock was going to be able to jump down.
A bomb has been located.
It's like they're going to have to push through this doorway, though, because there's no Habana charges remaining. This is one angle that Rock is to be looking through.
They didn't bring a thermite. Why don't you bring a thermite on the basement attack?
It's like they're just going to try and rush the side through this doorway, which, I mean, very strange. Oh, wait, no, I take it back. No, I don't take it back. Habana has used all of her charges, and even one of these hatches remains closed. But we've got some of those Ying charges coming out. JD's playing very close behind this bomb here. Make sure his teammate doesn't smoke him up, and he's actually going to start getting tagged a tiny bit. Looks like Doss has made his way into sight, and he's going to start planning, but the smoke grenades are just forcing them to just run in and die right here as TK is going to come out. Not really going to matter that much, though, as Virtue running in, as Rock will be getting the plant down, but in a 1v2, is it going to be enough? No, it won't, as Rippy picks him up, as that round is being thrown away by Zero Gaming.
Yep, more defensive wins incoming here. Equinox had a very nice hold there, but I do think that was lost at Zero Gaming's picks. Why are you playing a IQ and not a thermite? Like, one of Zero Gaming should have been on thermite. You need both thermite and Habana to attack this basement. If you have both of them, then attacking that bomb site is easy. In my opinion, Zero Gaming lost that at operator select.
Yeah, I feel like Zaprud is almost certainly bringing that IQ just for a preference pick, because
Attackers need to
He's
locate
picking
Done
it
it
and
every
defuse as
single
many bombs as
yeah.
they can.
He's doing it so many rounds across multiple maps. I do think I agree with you. I think it is a preference pick here, but at this level of play, preference pick should not be an issue. You should, like, every single one of these players should be able to play every single operator no matter what is needed from them.
%. I mean, really just letting your team down if you can't do just that. Sure, IQ. I mean, we're not saying IQ's a bad operator. The grenades are certainly helpful, but in this situation, Thermite is just ultimately that much better. That
Yeah, well, I don't think, to be honestly, I don't think IQ
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
really brought a
Attackers'
lot in that
objective is to
defense,
defuse the bomb.
in that attack, sorry. In their attack strategy, where was IQ necessary? Like, Thermite is a necessary pick on attacking the basement. He is necessary to open that wall, so you don't have to funnel through the door like they did there and just get slaughtered. It is why you bring that Thermite.
Yeah, I'm thinking the exact same about every single attack round that Zero Gaming has had. IQ, I mean, she's been on the frag chase quite a bit, but it's really just sort of...
She's one of those. She's you know she's a good pick against certain teams if you have studied their if you studied their strategies and know what they're going to do. Looking for those Valkyries, for those Echoes, for the Elemines and other traps like that, but. We're not seeing a lot of those get run, and we're not seeing a lot of those be useful out of Equinox on the defense.
Yeah, great start to the round by Zero Gaming. Rock and DOS each going to pick one up per person. C4's going to come out. Rock might find another. No, he doesn't, as Habana's going to duck out of the way just in time. She will find the frag as well, and maybe a bit of a late trade right there. Zero Gaming still having the advantage right now.
Yep, so Rock tried to do another one of his patented C4s through the hatches. Didn't quite work out for him this time. He does end up losing a gunfight to Rippy. Rippy continues to be a one-man army here for Equinox.
Yeah, he's doing some work for his team, and just up to Zero Gaming to really shut that down. But now, minute 30, there's a lot of time left on the clock for Equinox to make a play. But right now, I just really can't see any of that happening. There's sort of... It's sold out, looks like. Like Scrivy might have an idea to be thermiting a wall over here, but they're going to need JD to cover him because we've got Say sitting on the bottom of these stairs. We're up for a very strong flank at the moment, and JD is not watching for it. Actually going to retreat down these stairs where Say going to have to be careful of this Claymore that's just gone out because right next to it.
He can hear him. He doesn't want to shoot the Claymore because he can't hear him. Oh no, he's been seen! Scrivy! They get into a bit of a gunfight. Scrivy loses about 25 HP. Shade loses about 50 though. And they're both forced off where they need to go from.
The Brute is going to get taken out by JD, who'll quickly get traded back by Virtue. Now Rippy is coming around for the flank on the side. Virtue's going to find another one. And now the Legion Mine's going to give his position away. He's going to find Virtue though. Say with a quick trade back. Going to bring that round in favor of Zero Gaming.
Yeah, Rippy, even against all odds, he still managed to find someone's head there. There wasn't much he could do as he was still gooed. He couldn't run. He couldn't sprint. I think he was sort of dead at that point. He sort of knew it. Can we have a quick look at that scoreboard?
Yeah, Virtue, wow, same as Rippy.
Yep, 7 kills apiece. JD actually on 5. He's done. He's been pretty solid for them. That's what just over 1 kill a round. So he's been doing really well. Scrivy and Aspie though, both on donuts. Big shout out to Dev, who's currently in our chat. Aspie, he's not had a very good night tonight, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm really not sure on...
He's definitely played second fiddle to Rippy in these rooms, and I think with how good Rippy has been, if Aspie had just picked his game up just a little bit, I feel like Equinox could be on another level with their playfield right now.
Yeah, I think Equinox is certainly... They're a team that's been around for a bit, but I just don't know if they've solidified like sort of the roles of everyone in their team currently. Because I just feel like Apsy is... I feel like he's floundering a bit. He doesn't really know exactly what he's doing right now. And he's just not fitting in.
5 seconds remaining.
The Ops has been playing Blackbeard and Jaeger there. Short little team, but just doesn't seem to be working at the moment.
Yeah, I do agree with you 100%. There's not much he... Yeah, he does seem a little bit lost, especially when he's paired with Rippy. They just seem to go their own separate ways. They don't seem to be working as a team properly.
Oh, Rock.
And
he's tagged up Apsy.
He will eventually get a kill from this spot. If he does it enough times, he'll get the kill.
I don't know if Apsy knows about where he's getting shot from because he just keeps walking into Rock's lines of sight. But he must be so confused right now.
Yeah, and considering that Rock actually hasn't tagged anyone from that spot yet, so... Or Zapruder, going to be getting very aggressive here.
No one to refrag him currently. It looks like Say is going to be coming around to trade him back if he can get it. DOS is going to find Apsy though, as we've now got Rippy all alone on the top floor, getting spotted out by a drone. He's getting pincered right here and he's going to be down. This is a very strong push onto the roam game by Zero Gaming upstairs, and it's really going to put in the advantage for this round.
Yep, and that two-man squad of Apsy and Rippy die again with zero consequence for Zero Gaming.
JD
That was
though.
played so well.
The
With another
C4.
C4 kill.
Is that looks like... I'm not sure exactly where that C4's come from, but Minnie's got a frag with it either way, and DOS has gone down. Puzzled as to where that actually came from.
Yeah, not really sure either, as there wasn't really any holes in the floor that he could have made. So, well, they're trying to pull him out here. Being very, very aggressive on these floor hatches. A couple of nades going through. They're not going to be able to get anything as Shade is going to continue to try and open this floor to see what they can get.
Yep, and now it's on Zero Gaming to push into the side here with a minute to go.
Attackers
It's
have
like they're
located a
starting
bomb.
to focus on the A site right now, where we've got JD defending, and he's going to be spotted out. Got you.
They know exactly where he is. Bit of pre-fire coming through, surely.
Yeah, I think he's got to spot him out right now. He is, and he's going to go around for the shots. And JD is not going to let him get them as he picks him up right there as he's still trying to hold this doorway. Lots of pressure coming out from Zero Gaming, where he's going to be spotted out by Say. He'll pick him up. Now it's all up to Striking and Scrivy. Make that just Scrivy as Striking goes down to Rock. He's going to find one above as Zapruder going to be getting aggressive on him. It looks like they don't have the diffuser because Rock's going to be looking for it. Zapruder looking for the frag right here. 16 seconds to go.
15 seconds to go.
Rock with the diffuser is going to be rotating around. Lance going down. Zapruder's getting aggressive. He's going to find him though. And that is going to be Zero Gaming picking up their first attack round for this third map.
Yeah, very, very well played by Zero Gaming here. Great teamwork by them. Zapruder getting aggressive at the right moments to try and cover off that plant. So, beautiful, beautiful work there by Zero Gaming. Nice to see them working as a team in that push. Equinox, they did well considering how far down they came initially. But I think it was too little too late by that point. And Zero Gaming are finally in the lead for the first time this map.
Yep. They've broken the tie. They've won their attack round. They really are just looking to go up from here and possibly avoid match point. But
Attackers
they,
need to
if
locate
they
and
win this
defuse
defense round,
any bombs
then
that they
it's going to
can.
be quite easy for them to sort of clean up from there. But I mean, so many times you see in these moments where someone will break the tie and win an attack round, and then you'll have the other team do the exact same thing, and it just goes back to bouncing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yes, it would. And to be honest, I would love nothing more than to see an 11-round match on this map. This has been so good so far.
Yeah, these two teams are really putting on a show, the audience, and not showing any signs of stopping yet.
10 seconds remaining.
Shade on this Vigil, this is the first time for him playing Vigil, isn't it?
5 seconds left before insertion.
Or
Yeah,
did
Shade.
He played it on Chalet once, did he? Or
So he's been
No, that
running
was
Bandit the
DOS.
majority of the time. It's been, yeah, DOS, like you said.
Locate and
DOS has hopped on Legion right now, but kind of strange to see people changing up operators mid-game, but you know, if it works, it works.
Shade's going straight back to the same spot. He was the first death last time he was sitting in this exact same spot, and he's just going to go back to sit in it again. I'm not a big fan of that. If you get droned out and killed immediately, sit somewhere else.
Well, what we had to happen last time is we had DOS up here. He was in the Legion. He was sitting in Say's position, and he got a frag, and then he picked up another one and eventually got pinched in. Go terribly for him, but I mean, I think they should be sticking together right now. Like, they're semi-close, not absolutely terrible. But if you're roaming on bank, you really need to be working together.
Yeah, I'll always remember the Imorin and Mugi duo on a bank where they 2v5'd basically the whole of, I think it was Corvidae. As a, they were roaming beautifully together, and that's the sort of level of teamwork that you need to aspire to. If you can go watch any old Taboo matches where Imorin and Mugi work together on their roam, they were the pinnacle of a roaming duo.
C4 out from Rock isn't going to pick him up. Rock's been good with the C4 so far, but Apsy just, that solid ground will be avoiding it. Now, time's ticking down, and DOS and Say haven't been inside the push yet. And Apsy is going to go down once again to DOS as looking at the start of a very good roam game. Looks like Say's actually rotated out of there as well, just like last round, and JD will quickly come around for the refrag as Ross goes down, but Say still on hand to possibly.
Yep, I think Shade's sort of only half committing to this roam at this point. You know, he's on the stairwell, as Rock will find the head of Scrivy as well, and Shade just needs to, yeah, he'll bounce back down into the basement. Really just being more a lurker than a roamer at this point.
Yeah, so we've got Rock on the bottom of these stairs at the moment. Habana will start pushing down on him. Is he going to be able to get this frag? His escape route's covered up right now. Rippy is going to take him down.
Yeah, and yeah, the issue with sitting in that spot is you easily get spotted out before you can spot them. They can just see your shoulders, your knees, and your elbows as you're sort of not quite tucked into the corner. But oh wow, it's a Peruta from behind those servers is going to be completely ineffective. Striking removes him from the map, and now that's a 3-on-2. Although striking has 0 health left.
JD from behind as well is going to pick up Sade. Virtue in a 1-on-3. Exactly the situation that Equinox want to be in.
15 seconds left.
JD is going to come around the corner in a second. Is he going to be able to find him? He is, and Virtue will fall, along with Zero Gaming's hopes at heading to a quick win in this map.
Yeah, so we're tied up now 3-3. A bit of potato there by JD at the end. It probably took a little bit too long for Virtue to die there, but however, they still get the win, 3-3. Equinox is going to be pretty happy with that victory. And moving forward, again, back down into the basement for Equinox. I would argue if maybe, you know, Equinox, they won that top floor. I would argue, should they be going back to that top floor?
I think the reason they won that top floor in the first round is definitely because of Rippy's flank. Now, it's certainly like, it was quite like well timed. It's not impossible for Zero Gaming to sort of be ready for it, but at the same time, I mean, it's really iffy because there are so many places for Zero Gaming to watch if they are going to be attacking that regarding flanks. But like, there's so many things that can go wrong for either side. I really don't know.
I do agree with you. Rippy's really quick 3K as he came up the stairs is basically the sole reason they won that. And you know, if he can't pull that same strat off, they will lose it. So yeah, I do agree with that reasoning, I guess, for them to avoid that bomb site.
10 seconds to insertion.
But that being said, no defense has been
5 seconds remaining.
has had
Attackers have
success
located a
downstairs
bomb.
yet.
Rippy looks like he's getting some connection issues here, and that is going to be
Attackers are moving to
big.
the bomb.
Rip for Rippy.
Equinox.
See it in chat, guys. Rip for Rippy.
That is going to be really unfortunate right here because this is such a good game that's happening. I honestly don't think either team have wanted that to happen, but just unfortunate, really.
No, but I do think Zero Gaming are probably going to be considering themselves a bit lucky that it's the super carry from Rippy being removed from the map. But I do know what you mean. No team likes winning in an uneven match. It just it feels, you know, you'd rather test yourself. You'd rather you feel good after winning a map. Where if it's a 4v5, you just don't have that same sort of. You don't have that same sort of sense of achievement. But Rippy does come back in, so the rip for Rippies can now stop in chat. If anyone's still going.
Yeah. JD, well spotted this thermite charge coming out, and he's gonna choose to take the aggressive position on the stairs. Say's drone will see that though, and might let Zero Gaming take a further man advantage in just a second.
Yeah. Now, as a 4v5, Equinox have to really play this one more intelligently. They're already a man down through no fault of their own, but that does change how they have to play this game, particularly since they've been relying on Rippy for frags.
They have, and I mean, there's a couple ways of looking at it. They can have some players go for some really aggressive plays, try and trade it back, and then get out of there really quickly. But that's not really down to their moves. It's about how Zero Gaming react to their pushing. And like, it's sort of a risky way to play, but in these situations, sometimes you need to rely on that. Mountaintop.
Oh, 100%. But it has to be controlled. You know, you have to be intelligent about those risky plays. Like, you can't just like a risky play would be him dropping hatch right now, and not really. And he's got 2 people looking at him. It has to be a bit more controlled than that.
Yeah, calculated.
You can't just run in guns blazing with a shift W Ash and hope everything will be okay.
Yeah, but now it looks like Zero Gaming are getting rid of the plant. They brought a Thermite this time. He's actually going to choose to run into the bomb site and plant very deep. I don't know if they're going to be expecting this. Grenade from Zapruder. Going to take down Striking. Say will be making this plant happen. And it will be successful as he's now in a position the defenders were not ready for.
Yep, and he managed to get out alive as well. That is huge. And so now they have a perfect cover of the bomb. They even have the diffuser cover from upstairs. Apsy picks up his first kill of the entire map as Rock falls, but that is DOS trading him straight back. Zapruder takes out JD now, so that makes it a 1 versus 4. Scrivy has a lot of work to do ahead of him right now.
Wallbangs are coming out. Scrivy really in an impossible scenario right now. He might find one. He's going to take up the Cappy Tower. The time is ticking down and it's an impossible feat. Zapruder takes him down. It's match point for Zero Gaming right now.
Zero Gaming, very, very dominant attack there. They did have that man advantage, especially with Rippy being gone. So, you could argue that they were meant to win that, but that was a very dominating victory.
Yeah, I don't see Rippy making too much of a difference in that round. Like, I mean, if he's on the roam, I honestly think he would have got shot down quite quickly and probably would have not made that much of an impact. But now, I mean, obviously it's good to be having him back and draw. Going into the next round, is him going to be thankful?
There's zero room for error right now for Equinox.
Yeah, Equinox really, they're stepping on thin ice and
Defenders, protect your
one
bombs
misplay
from being defused
in the
by
end of them in
attackers.
this series.
So, we're going back into the basement again. They didn't win it last time.
Camera in position.
I think they're 2-1 on this basement defense right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but just noticing the operators, DOS has jumped on Echo, which
Attackers
that
have
says to
discovered
me
the
that
location of
he
a bomb.
himself is going to be, he was on Legion previously. So he's changing up how they're playing. He is going to be sitting more passive inside. Maybe using the Echo drone to help Say he'll be more aggressive on the roam, because currently the roam from Zero Gaming, it's sort of been two individuals. It hasn't really been a unit. And maybe they're going to try and continue that, except with some support from an Echo drone, or maybe Say will just play inside. I'm not sure. It's
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
certainly interesting they're changing it up at this stage in the map.
Yeah, I would like to see that Echo sit, the Yokai sit in the Mind Freak spot, up in that top corner of the corridor. It's a very, very powerful Echo spot, and it does look like they are shooting out that wall, so they could still put that Yokai there if they so wish.
Now, up to Equinox. So they've entered the map relatively quickly. Apsy looks like he's been tagged up by JD taking out a camera. They've spotted out someone on the roam. Like, I'm not exactly sure who that is, but like he was going
It was Shade on that Ella, who was sitting in open area. He immediately bolted downstairs as soon as he was scanned, though.
Echo's ability is so powerful for the mindset of the defenders in their roam game, because knowing that the enemy knows exactly where you are every couple seconds is going to change the way you play.
It's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. You basically just have to go sit on site and just crouch in a corner until it's over. It is one of the most oppressive abilities in this game if it's used properly.
For now, Equinox, a minute 40 left, still have plenty of time. Establish map control. Still going to be getting these hatches open
Clear.
as we speak. Zero Gaming, it's still a 5-5.
Yes. With only a minute 30 gone, so there's still plenty of time left. They're starting to blow these hatches, and they're really taking their time. They're really trying to drone it right now. Make sure they have all the information they need to be able to do this successfully. So I do like to see this from them. They need to be careful. They can't just keep charging in, or else they will end up losing this round. But they can't be too passive either, as they're going to start going for this push.
Yeah, see, I like what they're doing here. Thermite charge will be going out. What's good for Zero Gaming, though, is DOS is in a very strong position to be able to counter this. Echo drone will be coming into play very shortly. Rock's in a position where I know he's itching to use that C4 because Thermite, he's going to start the plan. Rock should be able to pick this one up here. He does, and with a double kill onto JD and Scrivy. He's going to look for another.
Now he gets He gets smoked out this time. They've managed to re-pick up the diffuser, but it's only 30 seconds left. And how are they going to start making this play here?
Striking looked like he's making the play. Doss is surely going to hop on his Echo Drone and deny this plant very shortly. Striking coming in from behind, picks up another one. The plant has gone down. And suddenly Zero Gaming are finding themselves on a very difficult retake. Striking this hatch. He is going to be menacing them.
C4 goes the wrong way though.
Is Virtue with the flick onto the striking. My god. Yeah, on the
Striking
retake.
potatoed a lot.
Yeah. They've spotted out exactly where they are. Habana sitting on the stairwell. Apsy sitting in the site. Looks like User's being baited right now.
They could technically long arm this, go for it if they want. Virtue's going to go for it. Apsy picks up him, but Doss will put an end to that, but Rippy will pick him up, and Equinox are going to tie it up. We're into overtime, Elastic.
We certainly are as Equinox. With a very strong push right there. And not going quietly into the night. This is going to be a big finish to what's been a big matchup.
Oh yeah, and it's great to see Apsy starting to play a little bit better. You know, he was sitting on a donut at 3-3. Let's have a quick look at his scoreline.
He's picked up a couple frags for his team, and he's definitely
picked up 3 kills.
helped for the last few rounds. And
JD on 10, Rippy on 9, Virtue and Rock both on 8 apiece. These guys have really stepped up for their team right now, and we're in overtime. Map number 3. There's only a maximum of 3 rounds left, and you know, you can start feeling how tense this is between the two teams.
yeah, both teams are going to be sweating their eyes out as they do not want to be the one to lose this when it's gone this far into overtime.
No, you definitely don't want to be losing this. So we're going to start seeing one of two things. They're either going to start playing extremely aggressive on each other as they try to catch each other off guard and they try to create advantages for their teams, or they're going to start playing extremely passively to try and negate any advantage that can be gained by the enemy team. So if the teams start doing the second one, we'll start seeing some much more slower games, some much more slower rounds, should I say, like we did last time. But, whoa, Dosh on this Legion, not going to go for those spawn peaks, just going to open the wall to try and make the other team worried, and he's going to piece back out. This is an interesting bomb site, actually, for their first bomb site. We haven't touched on it.
Yeah, it is. They've held this site before. They held it pretty well. I really like what Doss is doing in the Legion. He's been playing quite a bit. He's getting quite a few frags on it. Very strong player. Say's going to be backing him up as well, actually. But looks like Equinox will be going upstairs to try and counter this hold that's coming out. As you can see, Zero have put quite a bit of work into sort of opening up and like reinforcing different parts of the map. I think they're just trying to catch Equinox off guard because nobody's playing up here. There's no inkling that they even intend to. Scrivy's just doing a last round of it right now.
This reminds me very heavily of the Oregon mute hold, where you just mute the whole top floor of Oregon, and
yeah, more of a
no
bait
one
on the
sits up
defender's
there.
side.
Yeah, it's just there to waste their time, right? So if you see 2 reinforced walls up on the top floor, you bet your bottom dollar that the enemy team's going to waste a minute droning it out and trying clearing it to make sure there's no one up there. So I really like it, you know, because if you're not going to use all the reinforcements downstairs, why not put some upstairs just to try and waste a bit more time?
Yep, and this cupboard that Doss is sitting in, that's going to be, going to be a big point of contention for the attackers. But Apsy, he's doing some work on that glass. He's smoked up this doorway, picked up a kill under Zapruder, and that is definitely someone you want taking down. Pulse, that's giving all the attackers free reign over the top floor right now.
Yep, Apsy on this glass could be an absolute game changer there, and Apsy has really turned up the heat in this second half of this map. It was great to see because he really struggled the first half, so it's good to see him bounce back as hard as what he has.
Certainly, and 4v5, but as time ticks down, it's slowly going to go in Zero Gaming's advantage.
Shade on that bandit is being pinged out, so he sort of just has to, you know, he dropped down to the basement. That was a cheeky shot as Rock doesn't manage to finish off Apsy there, so that's the Glaz gone. However, Rippy trades him straight back. He's got his brothers back there. And now that makes it a 3 versus 4 in favor of Equinox here. 35 seconds left. We are starting to get down to the crux of it.
Virtue's going to find one as well. The frag's just going back and forth. It's a 3v3, and as he starts pushing to the cupboard, Legion Mine will go off and give his position away. There's one more sitting there. Rippy with a nice shot into Doss, though. This is just going insane right now. The plant will begin to go down. Say, he's actually going to be coming up from the flank right here. I'm not sure if they're aware of this. This could actually be massive. As he's going to see one, he's going to find him. The Claymore, though, will take him down. And it's all up to Virtue right now. Trying to get the defuse out.
Plant has gone down. They're picking him up. But he can't sit here and hold this. He's got a timer on him. He can't sit there and hold an angle and wait for the attackers to peek him.
Attackers need to protect.
Yeah, he's going to walk into Scrivy's line of sight right now. And a very small angle. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to find this C4 out. It's not going to hurt Rippy. And there we go, Scrivy coming around the corner. That's going to be Equinox picking up the first round of overtime. It's now on Zero Gaming to bring us back.
Yep, and that was a fantastic push by Equinox. They worked as a team beautifully there and covered each other off. Always refragging each other. So their teamwork's really starting to step up. And it's really good to see the team come together to try and rally this.
Yeah, it's definitely coming 100% down to the wire. I honestly can't pick this at all right now. It's definitely... I wouldn't be surprised if Zero Gaming won this and then we had a double match point.
Yeah, I would also like to point out that these guys are currently tied for 3rd place in Group A right now. So they're both 2 wins and 1 loss.
Yeah, so this is really both
Very
teams
even
pulling it
matchup
all
on
out.
paper. And they will definitely want to get the one up on each other. Let's have a quick look over who they've versed so far. Equinox defeat Control. They lost to Taboo last week.
10 seconds left.
And then they beat RPM. So Equinox, it would be, they haven't had
5
the,
seconds to insertion.
they've had a fairly average run through, right? Like they haven't versed only hard teams.
Attackers' objective is to locate
But they
a
haven't
bomb
versed
and
easy
defuse it.
teams either. They sort of versed middle of the pack teams at the moment. So, to be 2-1 right now is pretty good against those teams. And for Zero, they lost to Taboo Day 1, then they beat the Sonic Darkside. That's a huge victory. And then they defeated, where are they? Yesterday. They defeated Downfall, which again is a massive victory. So Zero Gaming have versed harder teams than what Equinox has, and they're currently on the same scoreline. So honestly, if Equinox manages to pick this up, that's going to be big for them.
Yeah, it certainly will. Zero Gaming.
That was close.
It was. I was nervous. It'd be a tragedy if that happened right now. Zero Gaming, they certainly don't want to lose this as well after the tough times they've had in this bracket already.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I think what we're going to be seeing is this same push on the server side, which it's worked very well for both teams. I don't see any reason Zero wouldn't try and pick it up again. Now, I mean, it's just a lot of droning because you have got Ella sitting back here using a shield, which is going to give her some cover. What Rock and DOS need to do to work together is just use their utility, use their combined concussion mines and the Cappy Tower bolts to try and flush her out. And she's actually rotated all the way. She's actually going to be pushing this door right here. Rock will take her down though, and Rippy is not going to have any impact on this round. Wasted some time, but not going to be enough, I don't think. And they will be getting this wall open. So I think what's going to be big later on is if this plant doesn't go down quick enough, JD's Echo Drone is certainly going to have a massive impact on this round.
Yeah, and that's a big pickup, being able to kill Rippy that early. Especially on that Ella. I don't know what he was thinking, shift dubbing into a doorway. He knew someone was. Like, shots were coming at him from that doorway. He knew someone was there and he just walked straight into him.
DOS is going to find another one, making it a lot easier for Zero Gaming. Say's going to run into the site. Echo will see him and going to try and get the shots. I think he should probably just be going for the plant behind this bomb site right now. As he's going for the plant deep into the site again. He's actually run all the way into the doorway. This is not where anyone would be expecting him. He's actually had his cover opened
right
up.
in front of the doorway. Is that going to go down?
It is, and the Echo Drone won't be expecting it. Say, really making the plays, and JD will take him down to 3v4. Certainly Zero Gaming have the advantage right now. The Pruder picks another one up. It's all up to Striking and Scrivy. I honestly think we're going to be seeing double match point right now because this is going to be a very tough retake. It looks like Striking finds DOS though, going for a drop of the hatch. And now the Pruder is going to be their next engagement. The time is ticking down and...
I don't think they're going to be able to get this. It's in too much of an awkward spot for them as Rock picks up Striking, so now we're all up to Scrivy right now. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Yeah, well, he doesn't have enough time, so he's definitely not going to be able to do it no matter what.
Yeah, Rock's going to
And
pick
he
up that
will
last
drop the
kill.
Rock
And this
with the
is
pistol headshot.
this has been the finale that we've all wanted. Zero Gaming and
11
Equinox
rounds.
are going 5-5 against each other.
All 11 rounds, Elastic. I'm pumped for this. I'm excited. One
This
of these
is-
two teams is going to walk away with the victory, and they're going to set themselves apart right now.
We have not had a match like this in the ANZ 10K Cup as of yet late. And I mean, this is going to be one for the highlight reels, I'm 100% sure.
Well, we've actually only had 2-2-1 so far besides this game. So this is going to be the third one. And they were between Zero Gaming and ViewSonic Darkside, which Zero won, and Mindfreak and Verdict, which Mindfreak won. So
Attackers need to locate and
it's,
defuse as many bombs as they can.
you know, so out of the 3-2-1 games we've had, Zero Gaming have been on 2 of them.
Yeah, but look at this. This is the bomb site that neither team has picked so far.
And Zero's gone for it. I love it. Balls to the walls. I've always said, if it comes down to the wire, do something differently, because the teams just, the other team just will not expect it. They've been doing such meta picks all game. They know that the defense downstairs is not working for them. They've lost it 3 times and only won it once. They need to do something different, and they are. I love it to
10
pieces.
seconds
I
remaining.
want to see how effective this is going to be.
DOS is going to be hopping on Rook as well. This is
5 seconds to go.
certainly them trying to change things up, going different in the round. And
I think it's
Attackers will
basically
cover
just
the
for the
diffuser.
MP5 at this
Attackers'
point.
objective is to locate a bomb.
yeah, I
Like,
mean,
the armor's nice, but at this level of play, it doesn't do an
Attackers have
awful lot.
located a bomb.
Basically, it'd just be for impacts and the MP5. I think that'd be it.
I mean, certainly it's going to be helpful. And I mean, this is one of the sites with the larger angles that you have to hold, quite long angles. So it will be having an ACOG for that is certainly just going to help them a lot. Now, we're droning out Equinox. Have a good lineup for this. They've got a Jackal. They've got 2 hard breaches. Laz and Ash for some nice frag utility. Going to be very set up, nice and strong heading into this round.
Yeah, and Equinox is going to be doing a bit of a slow push, trying to clear top down. There is 3 people up here, and it does look like Shade's going to start trying to get aggressive here on
Say.
striking. He picks him up. A beautiful headshot will find him. He only loses about 25% of his health, and he will just piece back out to see.
A good shot to
Yeah,
Say. He's going to
that's
find another.
Is he not going to just get the 3K? Rippy is down. That's a huge pick as well. Shade has come monstrous right now, and that could well and truly secure the round for Zero Game.
Now, Apsy's trying to have an impact on this, but Zapruder, he's going to pick him up, and Zero Gaming are looking undefeatable at this point. Right now, Scrivy and JD, they don't know what to do themselves. A minute 40, they have heaps of time, but they have a lot of people to go through. And we're going to need some big plays by them if they don't want to be losing this series. Such a manner like this. Right now, JD, he's...
I cannot imagine how stressed JD and Scrivy would be right now.
I think JD's seen an opening though, because right now, I think DOS might be kind of watching this angle, but the bomb site is largely open. This could
It
be a
is Scrivy with the bomb though, so JD has to pick up kills here, and DOS is holding that very, very tight angle. There we go. DOS finds his head, so now it's all up to Scrivy here on this thermite. And I'm going to be honest, I don't like his chances in a 1v5. But that being said, no, through the wall he gets tagged up. And no, oh my god, he didn't kill him. DOS lives on about half health there. That 5.56 just not coming through.
This is going to be a very big ask for Scrivy with 40 seconds to go. A 5-on-1. Any pro player is certainly not going to be liking his odds right now. And Scrivy, he's certainly got the skill to do it, but whether... No, he's spotted out, and Say is going to pick up that last kill. That is going to be Zero Gaming taking down Equinox in the 11th round of the 3rd map. This has been one hell of a series, and I certainly think both teams are going to be happy with how it's turned out.
Yeah. I think both teams should be happy with their performance. Equinox played very, very well to come back as far as what they did. And I think, you know, Rippy as well. Look at that, 12 kills on Rippy, 12 kills for Rox. There have been some monstrous players on both sides, and that was so back and forth. But Zero Gaming, they're going to feel so happy for themselves. Like, so they go and tie Darkside in 2nd place at 3-0-1. So if they do come to a head-to-head, technically Zero Gaming has that head-to-head as they have beaten Darkside, VSonic Darksided.
Yeah, I know there's certainly a lot of big matches to come. Now, next week we do have a break for the Montreal Invitational. So you'll be joining us once again in 2 weeks' time. I believe it's 21st, I want to say, but make sure to stay tuned to the R6 ANZ website. Join the Discord if you're not entirely sure. But guys, this has been one hell of a matchup. And I've been Elastic and been joined by Amphley.
We'll see you guys later.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Shooting stars. Didn't even get to bronze. I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass. You're looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I'd be big in a game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get to glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant.